Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Start this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis Powell.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Don't good morning me.
You're wrong.
You're a hater.
You're a hater.
You are a hater.
All right, let me set up the show, and then we'll get into the stupidity and the nonsense that you're talking in here before the show started. So today, we are going to go, we have the list coming up at 7:15. You can be a part of this top 5 breakfast sandwiches of all time. That is also going to lead to a lot of fighting and arguing, I'm quite sure. But we will do that at 7:15. So get those in now. You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971.
Is it breakfast sandwiches or is it breakfast items? Fast food items.
You know what? It is breakfast items. You're right. And so we are not limiting it just to sandwiches. That is fair. But these have to be fast food breakfast items. I should set that up correctly. Thank you for correcting me on that.
That's why you wrong on the next thing. So
okay.
I just want
All
to.
right.
Tyvis got one. Check. One for me.
Okay. That's fair. I messed that one up. That's
Put it out there.
Listen. I was alerted last night via text message in the group chat by one Dylan Gonzalez, our producer, who said he wants to fight John Stockton. And so, of course, I go, well, let me click on this link and see what is said. John Stockton basically won, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was on, I don't even know, what was he on a podcast, Dylan?
I guess.
All right, he was on a Zoom call is what it looked like.
It did look like
From his mobile home where John Stockton lives, I'm quite sure. Anyway, John Stockton had something to say about LeBron. And he said, LeBron, he's not like me and Michael. Because me and Michael, we stuck it out with our teams. We made our teams good. We did what we had to do.
I mean,
LeBron traveled all around and then left his team in shambles when he leaves. And that's how he won his championships. Not like me and Michael, where we stuck it out.
He meant me, Michael, and Giannis.
Okay, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I got something for this.
My guy. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
That's a guy screaming LeBron.
Oh, I thought that was...
LeBron James.
Okay, fine. So, all right. So, John Stockton. One, stop putting yourself in the Michael Jordan conversation because that's not you. I don't know what you're talking. Me and Michael kicked your ass. Like, what are you talking about? You and Michael.
That's fine, but all I know is 15,806.
What is that?
That is that's how many assists he had in his career.
I don't give a rat's ass how many assists he had.
How you see? You know what? It shows the type of person you are, T-Bone.
Yeah,
you're selfish. It's all about you.
Yeah.
You can't put other people into place to be successful like John Don Stockton could.
No, I think I appreciate an assist.
He took himself out of it, and he'd rather see you go ahead and score a bunch of points than himself.
No. He'd rather see Karl Malone score. This is where I have a problem with John Stockton because he's sitting here saying, oh, well, LeBron never moved around. LeBron's not afraid to leave the guy who helped him get all those assists. John Stockton has all those assists because he gave about 10,000 of them to Karl Malone, and Karl Malone actually did the work to finish. So if you want to say Karl Malone's great, that's fine. We talk about Belichick and Brady all the time and which one's good and who's better, and Brady left and he won a title and Belichick didn't win squat after Brady left, and so Belichick sucks. Well, we never saw John Stockton do anything outside of Karl Malone time, and that's all his assists basically come from Karl Malone. LeBron was scoring. And by the way, who's top 5 in assists in the NBA? Who else is on that list?
LeBron is first. If that's what you're saying.
That's not his like only thing he's known for? Oh.
Well, LeBron has always said that he's more of a pass first guy.
Does he lead the NBA in any other statistical category while we're here?
Are you talking about scoring points?
I believe that's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he is that.
Yeah.
Top 5 in assists.
Yeah.
John Stockton, with no Karl Malone, is like on the bench. Dude sucked.
Oh, man.
Dude sucked.
Yeah. John Stockton sucked.
Sucked. He's playing with an era where people are dribbling out in front of him like it's 7th grade gym class. He doesn't know what he's doing.
By the way, you know what else other category John Stockton leads?
What's that?
Steals.
Yeah, stolen valor, where he's trying to steal LeBron's valor.
You know it's crazy.
That's right. Nobody cares.
Both of his stats will never. I'm willing to say they may never be touched. Like, I don't think that it's that high. But you know what? I said the same thing about Wayne Gretzky, and he got caught. So anything's possible.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky got caught in purely in goals.
Yes,
that's
yes.
Yeah.
I didn't say points.
No, you're right.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that stat is one of the most insane of all time.
Can I please have the floor to defend the GOAT? My Pookie, Sunshine, reason for waking up every morning, LeBron James.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, one of the quotes that John Stockton said was him and Michael stayed and tightened up their belts or something like that and buckled down. You know what, John Stockton?
So did Giannis. I just would throw that out.
Okay, for now.
One of the reasons why all these old men say that Michael Jordan is a GOAT is go 6-0 in the finals. John, if you would have buckled up your belt a little tighter in those 2 finals that you lost to MJ, then maybe this wouldn't even be a debate because it shouldn't be, but you didn't tighten your belt tight enough.
I mean,
and you couldn't beat Michael Jordan in the finals, okay? So
it was Michael Jordan.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody beat Michael in the finals. He basically
said that LeBron took a helicopter to the top of the mountain, and back in his day, they would just buckle down they would just go through tough times. What did you do in your tough times? You lost to Michael Jordan. That's what you did.
Well,
people want to do ring counting. How many rings does John Stockton have? 0.
Well, Giannis has
0. Okay.
Chet Holmgren has more rings than John Stockton.
All right, let me lock in.
Yeah.
Also with LeBron, it's like, you know what? People want to say that he was a coward for leaving Cleveland the first time. When people make that argument, they have to say, well, Mo Williams made an all-star team. Right. And that's why Mo Williams made an all-star team, and that's why LeBron shouldn't have left Cleveland the first time.
You're not going to do Mo Gotti like that. I don't know what Flow was that deal.
If Michael Jordan was drafted to the Cavs in 03 and had to play with the bums that LeBron played with, he would have left sooner. Yeah. He would have been like, I can't deal with this mediocrity. I am out of here. If LeBron would have got Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc and Dennis Rodman and Horace Grant and Cleveland the first time, he would have never left. But that was never going to happen. So I'm tired of people acting like this is an apples-to-apples conversation when it's not.
Go off, King. That's right. You're my king today, but LeBron is the king. I'm just saying, so we're clear. That's good.
First of all,
that's real good.
You know what? It's very interesting that this comes up because the jersey that I wore today is perfect for this moment.
You're wearing a sweatshirt.
No. What I'm wearing under this sweatshirt is perfect for this moment because without him, y'all king wouldn't be y'all king.
Who?
Oh, you want me to unveil
No, I don't need. Just what? Just tell
me. It's a Kyrie jersey.
Come on now. Listen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Listen.
Simple.
Talking about the biggest
argument.
The biggest shot in Cavs history.
Oh, it was a great shot. Yeah, it was a great shot.
Went to this guy.
I know.
Yeah.
And then what? And then let's not forget that if Kyrie was there by himself,
I feel like
Andre Iguodala would have dunked it, and that would have been the end of the story. And you would have not had anything.
When I just did this, I felt like that stuff that Jerry Springer stuff.
Oh yeah, the way you're holding your shirt is very much like Girls Gone Wild. That's before your guys' time, but boy, I tell you, back in the day, if you were up at 12:30 at night, it would be like Girls Gone Wild. And it's just a half an hour of blurred images of that. That was very bad, by the way. Very exploitative. I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying when I was a teenager, I wasn't socially aware of how that wasn't good. I just knew that I wanted one of those videos, and now I'm glad I didn't buy it because it was probably bad. Good thing not to get it. By the way, do we have a ruling on John Stockton? Is he
bum?
What?
Is he?
There's statistically you can't say that. I'm just
Tyvis,
put that out there.
Is he hot? Is he warm?
Oh no, he's a cold white boy for sure.
He's a cold white boy to me.
Just wanted to clarify. All right, so the Mets broke up a no-hitter last night. We will talk about that next because Tyvis is very sad about that, but I'll tell you why he shouldn't be. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning to you. Not noticing any crashes or major slowdowns right now, but we are noticing more people out on the roads, especially over on the west side. If you're taking 70 eastbound, clocking you a little bit slower here at 60 miles per hour compared to other interstates and other drive times. As for Delaware County, if you're stepping out the door right now, your drive times are looking really good this morning. 71 south will take you about 10 minutes between 36 to 270. A little bit slower, though, on 23 south between 36 to 270. Nothing too concerning, though, for your Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
When was the last time you could just jump out of bed without having to worry about your knee or back? You probably have this in the back of your mind. This will disappear, but nothing has ever changed. It's Tyvis Powell, and it's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Wolkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. I'm glad that I did. Let me tell you about my experience. Other patients and myself have turned our lives around with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissues. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Stock up and save for summer with hot deals at Menards. Tackle your projects with rugged wear men's or ladies' work gloves. Plus, keep bugs away with Wasp and Hornet Spray. On sale now. Plus a 24-pack of Duracell Power Boost batteries on sale. Hurry! These great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
Donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
And we have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
We work to help your neighbors, the planet, and you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
It's hard to believe, but the new school year really is just around the corner. Now is the time to start getting your family back into a good routine and sleep schedule so your kids will be ready to learn when they head back to class in a few short weeks. Ohio's public school educators can't wait to share a great new school year with our students.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
More than 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease, and 2/3 are women. Hi, I'm Cherie Sample Hughes, Chair for Women in Government. Alzheimer's disease progresses slowly over 10 to 20 years in stages. Recognizing symptoms early could help make a difference. A timely diagnosis may allow for more options, including access to emerging care. Speak with your doctor to see if testing is the right next step for you and your family. Find more information at womeningovernment.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll kick off the morning with clear skies and temperatures in the mid-60s. You'll notice a little bit more humidity today with afternoon highs getting in the mid to upper 80s. We'll see plenty of sunshine with very minimal stray showers. And then for tonight, skies will be mostly cloudy with our lows in the upper 60s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Also, you can hop in the very lively YouTube chat today. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. But everybody's fired up about our John Stockton conversation, which I didn't know we were going to get to start the day, but that's how it goes sometimes. You just start talking in the office, you got to bring it on the air. You brought it on the air. People are making fun of your jersey, which I don't know why. It's a great Kyrie jersey.
Thank
I like
you.
it. It's nice. It does fit you well. When did you buy that?
In college.
So this still fits you like when you were in college?
Correct.
You know, if I bought something that I had from college and tried to wear it in here now, you know what would happen? Probably some kind of gravitational effect where I would like snap a time vortex because I would try to put it on and just the sonic boom from it exploding off my body would be hard to contain.
People also in there wonder why I'm so fired up. The answer, smelling salts. The NFL said it's a big
They're back, baby.
We are back with vengeance.
Hit some to start the show, and that's why I was so pumped up. But I took my blood pressure meds, and now we're back to even keel.
The news yesterday was smelling salts are banned, and a lot of people. Baker Mayfield was upset about it. George Kittle was upset about it. Lots of players. Tyvis was upset about it.
And I don't even play no more. That salt is essential to the game. Like everybody hits their smell of salt before they go out on their field.
Well, now the guidance has come back from the Players Association and the NFL that said, "Hey, just so you know, we're just saying the NFL can't give the players smelling salts or aminos or whatever that. What is it? Not aminos." Well, I don't know what the
ammonia.
Ammonia, not amino. Yeah, I don't know. Amino acid is what I was thinking. That's not it. That's not it. That's a different thing entirely. No, but that they said if you want to bring your own,
they gonna have everybody gonna buy it in bulks. Ship it to. If you get traded or cut, they ship my stuff to the next place.
Ship. I just want to be clear. Ship with a P. Like if you bought pants, you would ship your pants. Just to be clear. All right. So. Yesterday, Guardians, I feel bad. Gavin Williams had a no-hitter going into the ninth inning.
Oh, my God.
Out at Citi Field. The Guards taking it to the Mets. They swept them because the Mets suck.
Yeah, take that, T-Bone.
Who are you talking to?
Take that.
Do you think I'm going to sit here and be like, no, I defend the Mets. The Mets suck. The Mets, they suck for the amount of money they paid. They are underperforming, and Mr. Underperforming Juan Soto to break up the. I was mad.
They are 2.5 games back behind the Phillies. I don't think.
No. Listen,
are they not going to the postseason this year? Because that's
they probably are.
Okay.
What I'm saying is the amount of money they have paid.
The Reds is 3 games behind them for the last wild card.
I understand that. But look at the payrolls between the Reds and the Mets, and then tell me that it's equal. The Reds are paying like their entire roster less than Juan Soto's getting.
You can always send Lindor back to Cleveland. We'll take him.
Listen, I didn't say I want to be crazy. I said I'm mad at my team because yesterday it's been 43 years, 45 years, something like that, since the Guards had a no-hitter. It was pre-Guards, obviously, but I'm saying like that. It's been a long time since a Cleveland ball club has had a no-hitter. Goes back to 81 or something like that. So I, as a Mets fan, when I saw this was going on, I said, good. I hope they do no-hit the Mets. I hope everybody gets yelled at from the Mets. This is stupid. You're getting swept by the guards. This is bad.
Whoa,
so
why is it bad to be swept by the guards? What are you trying to say?
The guards are hot.
Once again.
They're on fire.
They're hot because, no offense, they're playing the A's and the Sox and all the, the Sox, I guess the Sox are actually doing all right now.
So
but
that's how you feel.
Well, I don't like my team to be lumped in with that. I would like my team to go, all right, that's nice, Guardians. You played all the cupcakes. Now we'll show you. Come to New York. And then we just crap the bed. So, yeah, the fact that Juan Soto hit the home run actually pissed me off as a Mets fan because of all the things to break up the no-hitter, that guy, you're hitting 250. Like, do more in a regular game where you're not getting no-hit. Don't break up the no-hitter with the home run. It was a meaningless home run other than the no-hitter. Wasn't meaningless for Gavin Williams. For Guards fans.
I'm looking at the Guardians' next 3.
Oh, it continues to be soft.
And they got a shot.
The way they end the season, okay. You guys said I was crazy about a month ago when I said don't jump off the Guards bandwagon. You ready for another crazy take?
The way they end the season is not. They got Detroit and Texas.
They played Detroit a lot. Could they win the division? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Aren't they like 10 back?
No, they're only like 6 back.
6. Okay. They were like 10 back.
50 back at one point.
Okay.
I'm just saying they play a lot of Detroit. You get a sweep or two in there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Chicago, Minnesota. They got Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, Arizona. Hey, now.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm not saying.
Could we be saying the P word on here? Oh, my goodness.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
Thank God that's the P word that we were talking about. I wasn't sure where we were
Detroit was similarly
You need length and girth in this league.
Detroit was similarly these many games back at this time of year, and they got super hot. So I'm just saying.
All right.
It's as Clark Kellogg would say, it's possible but not probable. But
sure.
Don't count them out.
Don't count them out. That's fair. I hope for the Guardians fans, I hope you get in. I hope the Reds fans get into the playoffs. And it would actually make me laugh if the Reds somehow caught and passed the Mets. I don't think that's likely. I think the Mets will turn it around, but no one cares about the Mets except for me. I'm just telling you, I hate my own team sometimes. And yesterday was one of those times where it's like you have a no-hitter going on and the dumb fans are like, yeah, break it up. It's like, you idiots. This guy, you're cheering for him. Juan Soto hasn't done much for you all year long.
He got paid.
Pissed me off.
Oh, I saw a stat that 20 of his 28 home runs are solo shots.
Yes.
Not very helpful.
It's not his fault.
No, it is. Because when there's men on base, he's like, I'm scared of the ball. But then when there's no stakes, remember yesterday I said I'm a fan of steaks. I like the ones you grill and the ones where it matters. And he is, when it's stakes time, he's not around. He's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to look at the ball. I'm just going to watch it go by. Hope I get a walk. Do his little Soto shuffle on the way to first base if we're lucky.
Well,
he doesn't strike out.
Well, he did this celebration thing, and it's like, dude, you know.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. By the way, Juan Soto getting paid $1 billion a year. He has 94 strikeouts. It's August 7th. This man's going to hit 100 strikeouts before we get to September. Like, I'm just saying, I know 100 strikeouts isn't what it used to be, but to me, when you're paid that much money, he sucks. I can't stand Russ.
Dang.
Pisses me off.
He should have stayed in New York. Well, because he never left.
He changed boroughs.
Yeah, he should have stayed with the Yankees.
I will fully disavow any of this if he starts hitting and they make the playoffs. And you watch. He'll have a big home run in the playoffs, and I'll be all back in on Juan Soto jersey.
You know why the Guardians swept the Mets?
Why?
Because Donovan Mitchell was sitting at the game in a Mets jersey.
Yeah, because Spider's a Mets fan.
Gets.
I'm with
That's
him.
what he gets.
That's why. No, he's
Spider.
a Mets fan.
No,
good for him.
No,
good for him.
It brought me great joy yesterday watching Darius Garland tweet. Go guard.
Yeah,
at Spider.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's all in play. But you know what? I'm glad Donovan Mitchell didn't change. That makes him like a more relatable person, doesn't it? When he moves to a city and he's like, sorry, this is my team. It's been my team. I love this team.
You know what's crazy? It's funny you bring that up because Dylan Gonzalez King has switched teams so many times. I don't know who he roots for. He's New York, Dodgers, Guardians. What's his team?
He roots for the Yankees. He's a Yankees fan.
When he
put a Dodgers hat on. He was at the Dodgers game.
When he moves to a new city, he embraces a team there.
Oh, my goodness.
He's just being loyal to the city that he's in currently. Unless it's Miami.
How is that loyalty?
He's like, I live here now. I'm going to root for the team.
Wow.
We're talking about LeBron?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Dylan did that. And I'm like, Dylan's a Yankees fan. No, LeBron's a Yankees fan.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's a huge Yankees fan from day one.
I mean, I'm with Tyvis on this one. In 2016,
big Cowboys fan. Oh yeah, big Lakers fan. Of course,
he's beating his chest in the Indians at the time press or luxury box on their playoff run. I mean, he caters to the current fan base that
he does. Well, he understands PR. That's what makes him great. That's why I think we all respect him here. Right, Tyvis?
He hasn't been embraced on the West Coast as he thought he would.
No, probably not.
Not with the Lakers.
That's okay.
They'll never look at him like he's better than Kobe Bryant.
No,
I mean that's not even a debatable. No. I'm not even going to entertain that. Like it's not even worth talking about. Really, people that want to have the Kobe, LeBron, and that's coming from someone that
it's not even close.
I said the Kobe, like the West Coast.
We can't help that.
The West Coast will always embrace Kobe over LeBron.
Tyvis, we can't help that West Coast sports fans don't know ball. Like, that's not our problem. That's just how they are. They just don't know sports. They go out to the beach. They flip on their phone at
Kobe did
the fourth quarter.
Kobe won them 5 championships.
That's great. He won them 5 championships, and he won 3 of them with Shaq. And Phil Jackson.
Why are you always bringing Shaq up into this?
Because if Shaq wasn't there, Kobe would have shot them out of the playoffs in the first round.
So now Kobe wouldn't be who he was without Shaq?
Correct.
Just like John Stockton wasn't nothing without Malone? What's wrong with you?
Correct.
Giannis did it by himself. Now, say something.
One time.
Listen.
Kawhi Leonard by himself.
One time.
I don't like to throw this card out there, but I will here. One of us was watching those teams and able to drive a car. And one of us was in diapers. So I'm just pointing out, I watched Kobe shoot that team out of many games, and then Shaq came in and was like, hey, throw it to me and I'll dunk it and we'll run the league. And Kobe, after like 3 years, was finally like, maybe I'll give that a shot. And it worked. And then they won, and now Kobe's your GOAT and all that stuff.
What about the other 2 rings without Shaq?
Those were impressive.
Legit.
And it took him a long
Shaq,
time.
No Robert Horry.
Dylan, I thought no Shaq.
All right, let me lock in.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, here, dude. I can't believe y'all trying to diminish Kobe.
I'm not trying to. I'm saying that Shaq
you out of line.
had something to do with it.
You out of line.
I will never diminish Kobe. My daughter's name is Gianna because of Kobe. That's how much I love Kobe. Okay.
Why not Zuri?
Because I like Gianna better.
Well, I mean, he has one daughter.
What if you have another
kids,
daughter?
Probably Zuri. Yeah. Or probably. If I could get a woman to sign off on that, then absolutely.
Okay.
Right, 2 minutes away. Jerry Jones had some stuff to say about this Micah Parsons situation because he always does. He's got some new stuff to say next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, for folks over on the east side, we are noticing some foggy conditions in your neck of the woods. So 70 at State Route 256 over by Pickerington. Just a little dicey this morning. Nothing too concerning, though. Reports about 7 miles of lower visibility there. Again, patches of fog is going to be the main concern. The roads, though, overall looking pretty good right now. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Brent, and I've been on Nutrafol for almost 5 years now. I like Nutrafol because it was a hair growth supplement that was completely drug-free. After 3 months, my hair got stronger and thicker, which gave a huge boost to my social life. I mean, it was life-changing, to be honest.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/MEN. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Real customers were compensated to share their stories.
Whether you're
you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream, and once you taste it, you'll know why. Now's the time to grab a UDF peach shake, malt, cone, or sundae. They're only here for a limited time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Tire and Auto Service. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid August 1st through August 30th. See store for details.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
All right, Jerry Jones was talking about Micah Parsons again and had some more to say because Jerry Jones always does, and he seems to be, I don't know why he's dead set on making this organization not as good as it could be, but here's Jerry Jones talking about the situation with Micah Parsons.
As always, in any relationships, there are different moods at different times of your relationship. That's what it is. Don't lose any sleep over it.
So just to be clear.
That's the one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over it.
Well, you know what? That's not the cut I was looking for, but also that's stupid because I don't know why Cowboys fans would lose sleep over that. The quote I was looking for, Dylan, do we have it in there where he was talking about basically saying that this is like a handshake deal that he's done? I don't know why I couldn't find that. I thought that was the one I had here. Yeah,
I can play it over here.
All right, go ahead. Let's play that because
I bought the Dallas Cowboys with a handshake. Took about 30 seconds, and I gave the number, shook hands. The details we worked out later. As a matter of fact, one of the details involved a lot of money, and we had to flip a coin over that. But the fundamental, I'm buying, and you're going to sell it to me for that range, that's done. And those are done with eye contact and handshake.
Okay. Tyvis, does that not sound a little bit like a pioneer from the 1800s being brought from a time she's like, well, I think I bought all of South Dakota with a wooden nickel. And it's like, what are you talking about, old man? Like, that's not how contracts work, you idiot. Yes, 40 years ago when you bought the Dallas Cowboys, you could look a guy in the eye and be like, I'll give you $80 million, whatever you paid for the Dallas Cowboys back then. And they knew you were good for it. But that's not how NFL contracts work. I don't get this guy at all. I never do understand Jerry Jones.
I don't know why he even brought up. Listen, man, I don't understand why he brought this up. Just show him the money. Like, at the end of the day, we can shake hands all we want. As long as we agree on what this number is, what this guaranteed number is, we can, yeah, for sure. I will shake your hand. Yes, thank you so much.
The reason why he brought it up is because when they locked Micah Parsons in a room without his agent, supposedly Micah Parsons agreed to something, and Jerry Jones was like, what the heck? I thought we had a deal. Right. But we don't have a deal because he needs his agent to be present to make a deal.
Yeah, I feel like he knows that. Everybody knows that. As we talked about,
I could be a fly on the wall to hear what the agreement was that they came up with, and then what David Mulligetta is trying to get.
Well, but I also think it might just be principally with David Mulligetta where he says, I don't care what deal you had. We start here because I'm his agent. He is not a fiduciary for himself, right? Micah Parsons hires someone to look after his contracts. Micah Parsons, it's not like, say what you want about Lamar Jackson as a player or as a negotiator or anything. He has at times, right, negotiated his own contracts.
Yeah.
Somewhat
he
to
doesn't
his
have
good.
An agent.
Right. I think it's him and his mom, basically, that kind of deal with the team.
Yep.
if that's the situation, and if that was Micah Parsons' situation, then Jerry Jones, I could understand having more of a frustration about this. But he's not in that situation. He has an agent who is very well known. You know he has the agent. You even have said, Jerry Jones has said, I don't like dealing with agents. Remember we had that whole situation when you were out the other day. We talked about how somehow Nicki Minaj got her husband to out in the streets fighting Des Bryant for $10 million because of that comment.
Yeah.
But that was all because Jerry Jones said, I don't like dealing with agents. I dealt with Des Bryant's agent, and I hated it, and I don't like dealing with agents. He knows he's supposed to talk to Micah Parsons' agent. He chose not to. Now he's got this whole mess on his hands, and it's all his fault, and he's trying to blame the fact that Micah Parsons doesn't do business like a pelt smuggler in the 1700s in French Canada. Like, I don't even know what we're talking about. It doesn't make sense. You don't look at someone in the eye in the NFL and say, we got a deal. And it's like, no, you write that down, you sign it.
I need it in writing. Put it in writing.
Carbon copies for everybody at the table. Yeah. Very simple.
He needs to just first. What I don't understand is they act like a deal ain't gonna get done. Like that's the part that really bothers me. Like they trying to fool the world. Like we're gonna trade him. Like Michael Parsons requested a trade. He's never coming back. Like no, yes he is. Like y'all gonna just do it. Yes. Just do it. I don't understand why y'all want to drag this out. Just do it.
If you were gonna buy a house, right? Or a car or some purchase, right? I don't mean to compare a player to a purchase like that, but the reality is the talent that Micah Parsons brings is an asset, and that is going up in value, is it not? He is the youngest of all these defensive ends we talk about, edge rushers getting their money. He's what, 26? All the guys 25. Okay. Either way, he's 3 or 4 years younger than a lot of the guys who signed deals this offseason that jacked up the price for edge rushers. He's as good as any of them, and he's younger and has, you would think,
26.
Okay, he's still got at least a few years before he catches up to where those guys are. That asset, that talent that he has is going up in value. If you saw that a home was going up in value and you were trying to purchase it, what you wouldn't want to do is go argue with all the realtors in town and say, yeah, actually, you suck and this sucks and I don't like this and I don't like that. When you know eventually you're going to buy this house anyway, you wouldn't want to artificially make those realtors hate you, make those realtors say, why would I want to do business with this guy? If you go to a car lot to go buy something, you wouldn't say, yeah, actually, I'm going to wait around a little bit. As you see the prices are going up, as the cars are flying off the lot, you wouldn't wait, especially if you know you're going to buy. Like he knows, Jerry Jones knows he's gonna sign Micah Parsons to a long-term deal. He's done this with other players too. CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. He waits and waits and waits and pays more later, but then he drives the price up in the meantime and pisses all of his fans off and the players. Why not just do the deal, get it done, make everybody happy, and then go try to win football games? The focus right now is not on winning. The focus is on what the off-the-field stuff, yet again.
Well, it can't be on winning because if you was focused on winning, you get the deal done so your guy can be on the on the practice field. Like right now, and obviously, you know, he doesn't need that much practice. I mean, he's done a really good job. He's been in the league for many, many years, and he's been impactful. But I still think that you still want to get your work in. So when you get to game one, you're not rusty, you know, and just sitting around, obviously that can make that happen to Micah Parsons. So, like I said, why wait until game one to get it done? Like you did that with Dak. You did it. I don't think they waited till game one for CeeDee Lamb, but they got him done like right before the season started. It's the same thing. Like you're not trading Micah Parsons like that. It would make no sense. Your defense would be terrible if you traded Micah Parsons. And I don't know what you would even trade him for. Now, the one thing interesting about Dallas, though, is not even about Micah Parsons. They say that Joe Milton is down there looking like the next great thing. And if they want to trade somebody, it should be Dak Prescott. That's what they should do. But they're not going to. But they should trade Dakota Prescott.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow. That's saying. Really? They're saying,
man,
they're saying that much about Joe Milton?
Yeah, I watched his practice tape yesterday.
Okay.
Woo! Ooh, that boy threading the needle down there. I'm talking about how your grandmother used to sew something, put that's how he doing them passes. They just threading them through people.
Serious Clark. I did not have that on my bingo card that we were going to have a Joe Milton conversation about how epic he is in. I had no idea.
He looked okay. I'm very interested.
Enough that you would trade Dak Prescott.
He looked good.
There were people in New England that were mad that they traded Joe Milton to the Cowboys because they thought that he looked good. But, you just drafted Drake May, and you can't have the backup quarterback looking better than the first-round pick. So they said, get on out of here.
I mean, I would feel like that's some good news to know if you are maybe a team like, I don't know, team that I maybe root for. That
seventh quarterback on the Browns, Joe Milton. Let's go.
Let's bring him in. He's young.
I'm looking at the video right now. I just sent it to you.
But it's practice footage. You yourself say you got to know the context. You going against the ones? Are they?
I don't know if I can't tell because I don't know.
Okay,
Dallas
all right. We got to find out because that's important, right? We can't we don't want to go off on this and just be judging this solely on him going against like guys who aren't going to play in the NFL. But now you've piqued my interest because I did not have a Joe Milton hot take on it.
You can go look at it.
I'm excited to see it. I had no idea.
Joe Milton and Shedeur Sanders are the best quarterbacks on Twitter. No question.
Well,
Joe Milton,
Shedeur stuff.
Shedeur, people will see Shedeur tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, I got so much to. That's so stupid. It's such a dumb situation we're doing in Cleveland.
ESPN
I don't know.
Cleveland is smart for doing that quarterback track thing.
I know.
It gets a lot of clicks and it stirs a lot of conversation.
All right. So coming up next, there was some audio. We didn't play it for Clip That, but I'm going to play it next for you. It is of a couple people talking about one former Michigan quarterback, not Joe Milton, they're saying that the media may be propping up a guy who's not very good in the NFL, and it's a former Michigan man. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Thursday. We are still noticing some patches of fog for folks over on the east side. Etna, Pataskala, really looking at you guys. 70 at State Route 310, looking a little bit busier with just more traffic, more people heading into the city. But again, be mindful of some patches of fog out in the distance. Not really affecting the roads, but again, you could encounter it as you step out the door this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway in Grove City.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online.
CoughlinCars.com.
13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 17 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoglinCars.com. Shop locally owned CoglinCars.com. Coglin has the car for you.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge.
Get too hot?
Hey, my phone.
Oh, your phone. Should've known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Now's the time to grab a UDF peach shake, malt, cone, or sundae. They're only here for a limited time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
We are rebranding our AM station, ESPN Columbus, partly because we're bored, mostly because it's crap. We have a new lineup picked out and everything, but angry lawyer person said I can't say it yet. It all starts Tuesday, September 2nd.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text FORCE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text FORCE to 42424. That's FORCE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Federal Elite Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can find the podcast for this show wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis on your favorite podcast app. It'll be there. You can click subscribe or follow or like or whatever you do on your app. And then every show will be right there on your device, free of charge. So don't miss an episode, especially if you're someone who maybe you catch like this part of the show, but then you like get into work or you go do something else and you don't hear the rest of it. Now you can hear more of it maybe later when you go to the gym or whatever you do. Like Tyvis, you go to the gym all the time, right?
That's correct. I haven't this week, though.
See,
I haven't this week.
That's what Rusty in the chat every morning gets up and says, Tyvis, did you go to the gym? Knowing the answer is, well, not this week.
Not this week.
Did you go last week?
Yes.
Okay. How many times?
I did 3.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
I usually do 3 to 4 a week.
Oh, okay. I think I've done 3 this century.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm surprised when you use your plethora of days off or PTO, you don't go to the gym. I figured you have plenty of time.
Dylan,
that tickled you.
Listen,
that tickled you.
We crapped on his favorite guy, John Stockton, earlier in the show, and now we're crapping on his PTO time. We're walking on thin ice here with Tyvis. I saw that Diana Rossini, she was on Colin Cowherd's show, which I'm not a regular listener of. However, they were talking about something interesting with J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. And she was asked, do you feel like he's getting a little bit of a pass from the media there? The team is a little bit kind of protective of him. He's not exactly looking great in camp, according to everyone who's been watching their camp. And yet, you're not seeing a lot of the panic type of writing that you see whenever a guy doesn't look good in camp. She was asked about this phenomenon. Here's what Diana Rossini had to say.
There is a lot of lifting up of J.J. McCarthy, right? And some of that's good because you want to give this young quarterback coming off a very serious injury who obviously struggled with sitting out, but it's also difficult to be sitting there when you're supposed to be the guy And Sam Darnold's out there at one point looking like the star of the show, right? And then you have an organization who makes the decision to let Sam Darnold walk. They want to keep Daniel Jones, but they don't want to pay what Daniel Jones wants because Daniel Jones wants to be the guy, right? Those guys left Minnesota for a reason because it was made very clear to them, no matter what, J.J. McCarthy is the guy.
If you go get a chance to listen to it, she's got like a 4-minute clip where she talks about this, but essentially there you hear her saying he's being propped up a little bit. And at the end where she says, no matter what, he's going to be the guy. Minnesota has basically said, we invested a first-round pick in this guy. We believe in this guy.
Well, you got no choice.
Yeah, but the other weird part about that is that he apparently, a lot of draft people came out after that and said they weren't really, there were not a lot of teams in the first round interested in him. There were a couple, and one of them was the Vikings. And that's all it takes to become a first-round pick is one team believes in you. But this is a pick that I think a lot of people, certainly I question, but I'm not a draft guy. The NFL draft people questioned whether or not that made sense to take him at 10 or whatever he was taken at. And then he misses the first year, doesn't get to play. You had a guy who played awesome for you. Rather than pay him, you've doubled down on your questionable first-round pick, who now, go figure, as a rookie, looks pretty rough out there. And when they talk to the players, they all say, he's a rookie. It's really like he is a rookie here, even though he was here all last year and he knows the offense. He's working through a lot of rookie problems.
All I want to say about this is a couple of things. One, I do give him time. I think he has to go through a regular season to become really a better player. Like, you can sit there and you can watch tape and you can teach him all these things. But until he gets out there in an actual meaningful game and see how the speed of the game is and how things can go, and if he can't figure out his way of being successful through these 17 games of this season, then all right, maybe now you need to start thinking about something. Like, he has to show something at some point of this season because he has too talented of weapons around him. You got arguably the best wide receiver in the game in Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison, whenever he comes off of his 3-game suspension, he's also been a very productive guy. TJ Hawkinson has dealt with some injuries, but he's still a very productive tight end. And then Aaron Jones is getting old, but he's still good out the backfield and things like that. So he's got the things he needs to be successful. I mean, Justin Jefferson made some plays last year for Sam Darnold.
Did, absolutely.
So, and with Kevin O'Connell and Josh McCown, who's a guy that I respect a lot as a quarterbacks coach, I think that he got all the things he needs to become a successful quarterback in this league. And if he doesn't show that spark, then they have to pivot. I know they got like Sam Howell on their roster, so I don't think that they would bench him. I mean, obviously, if it comes down to it and he's playing that bad, you have no choice. But yeah, he better figure it out. He better figure it out because you don't want to be no bust. And this is supposed to be, quote unquote, a big quarterback class coming up in this next year's draft. They can pull up what they did to Josh Rosen and go ahead and get another quarterback after only seeing you for 1 year.
Yeah, they could. I feel like, to your point, if you can't succeed in that offense, I think that's where people will start to point is like a guy who people thought was washed up in this league came in and looked really good. Like, if you can't come in.
It's been a lot of quarterbacks that's been like that. Sam Darnold did it. Nick Mullins came over there and he did it. It was a year somebody else got hurt and they was over there and they did it. It was like 2 years ago. They had all their quarterbacks got hurt and every quarterback that went in had really good games.
I mean, can we say that Kirk Cousins kind of did it just because I don't know? I've never really believed in Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins got hurt, and then that started all these people coming in.
But that's what I'm saying is like even Kirk Cousins going back to that, like he looked really good in that offense too. I mean, this offense seems to be really designed for a quarterback who's any good to step in there. And I'm willing to give J.J. McCarthy, 10 games before I start. Like, if he goes out week 1 and throws 3 picks, I'm not going to say, oh, forget it, this guy can never play in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I remain skeptical of his college numbers. And when I watched him play in college, I saw a lot of dudes running wide open because they had an assistant coach that knew all the plays the defense was going to run. But that's all fine.
I'll never stop that.
I never will. But I'm just saying, If we get to like the end of the season and we don't see a few games where he's peaking over 250, 300 yards, 2-3 touchdowns, picks are down, trending down over the last half of the season, that would probably be all you need to know, right? I mean, if you are not figuring it out after it's not like he sat in an isolation chamber and he couldn't watch any games. He watched all this film. He was in all the meetings all last year. Mental reps are not physical reps, but he got a lot of mental reps last year. If he comes in this year and over the course of the season doesn't show an upward trend, I think the Vikings have a real case to say, yeah, we should probably move on. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of guys out there. So
he has to show
tough decision.
He has to show something at some point. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody does in the NFL. You got to show something, otherwise they move on quick.
Because you don't really want to move on like quickly because you got guys like Peyton Manning who weren't good their rookie year and then obviously turned it around. But it's for me, it's hard to think like I know he's a rookie on the field, but like was he not around last year for meetings and did he not go over game plans and things like that? Like mentally, he should be on year 2. You know, it's just the physical parts where he needs to get on the field and actually make the throws and do those things and get the speed of the game. But as far as mentally, he should know where to go with the football. He should be able to at least read defenses better and things like that after studying it for a year. Because like I said, with Kevin O'Connell, I think he's one of the best quarterback or one of the best coaches in the game when it comes to developing young quarterbacks. I mean, like I said, he had Nick Mullins, he had Josh Dobbs, he had Kirk Cousins. All these guys have come in there, Sam Darnold. All these guys have come through there and actually played very well when they were in there. So he's calling the plays for them to succeed, and he's obviously telling them things that they need to see, and they're actually taking his coaching very well.
Biggest reason the Buckeyes could repeat as national champions has nothing to do with the quarterback battle. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, well, still no problems out on the roads, but we do want to let you know about a ramp closure starting tonight over on the north side. 270, that eastbound ramp to 71 northbound closer to Westerville, will be closed starting tonight, Thursday and Friday, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Thankfully, though, this detour not too bad. Continue on 270 eastbound, hop off on Cleveland Avenue instead, make a nice little circle, loop back on a 270 westbound direction that will eventually lead you to 71 in that northbound side. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
With rates as low as 8.99% APR, now is the perfect time to save your summer with a debt consolidation loan from BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because we know in making the most of your home, DIY doesn't just stand for do it yourself. It also means dream it yourself. And we're here to help protect the dreams you're building. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Colin Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino.
Mikey, it's time for the ultimate fan experience. You could win tickets to the big home team game.
Legal?
Oh, legal.
Oh, illegal.
Legal. Against a team that wears orange on August 30th.
It all goes down Thursday, August 28th from 6 to 7. All you have to do is use your Penn Play card or the Penn Play app during the month of August.
And you can win a bunch of other prizes as well. The more you play, the more opportunities you have to win.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, gambler.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice, powered by WeWinYouWin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinYouWin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And there was a time I dreaded getting out of bed in the morning. I dreaded doing my workouts. I dreaded trying to carry my kids around because nothing felt good. My knee was bothering me. And I know there's a lot of folks out there that are going through the same thing. Years of sports or abuse or whatever it is on your body is taking its toll. Do not wait any longer. There is a treatment protocol that doesn't require surgery, doesn't require pills. It's going to repair and restore the joint tissue itself. We're talking about natural cellular therapies with my friends over at QC Kinetics. I checked them out. My dad checked them out. No long recovery, just the relief that you need. You can bring your x-rays, your MRIs to QC Kinetics for free. There's no pressure. The chat, they're going to evaluate you, look at you, lay out a protocol to see if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters, while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Make back to school a good deal better with breakfast essentials and back to school supplies from Meijer. Start the day with low prices on Meijer brand favorites such as Toasted Oats Honey Nut Cereal, Cinnamon Applesauce, and Meijer brand Chewy Chocolate Chip Granola Bars. Then stock up and save on supplies for $1 or less, like Meijer colored pencils, Meijer 2-pocket paper folders, and 10-count Crayola markers. Plus, all backpacks are 20% off. Heading back to school with what you need to succeed. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I was pretty hungry and looking at a menu when I named my boat Change Your Tuna. The backup names were Trick or Trout, I Salmonly Swear, and, oh, it gets worse, New Squid on the Block. It wasn't my best day.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it. And start with a quote from Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything, and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Cleveland Guardians pitcher Gavin Williams was dealing yesterday, taking a no-hit bid into the ninth, but with one out in the inning, New York Mets slugger Juan Soto hit a solo blast to break it up. The Guards would still go on to beat the Mets 4-1, completing a 3-game sweep of New York. Cleveland has the day off today, but will travel to Chicago to take on the White Sox tomorrow. And the Cincinnati Reds were also going for a sweep against the Chicago Cubs, but failed to do so in a 6-1 loss yesterday. The Redlegs will travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. Brady Singer and Paul Skeens are the probable starters for that game. Coverage begins just after 6 on ESPN Columbus. This update was sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Rates as low as 5.54% and a $400 cashback bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right in there. Along with our guy Heron, 78, who he doesn't like the JJ slander that we were doing in the last segment.
I didn't slander him.
I did.
Yeah,
I will.
I didn't slander him at all.
No.
All I said was that he better show something. He got 17 games to show something, and if he doesn't, I would understand why they feel like they need to move on.
He said JJ won at every level. Kid's got an arm. OSU fans know him well. Bone soft, and then stinks of OSU bias, not sports reporting knowledge. I'm not a sports reporter. I am biased. I don't make any bones about that. And if no pun intended. But if you think that when you listen to our show that I'm going to give you objectivity, I will tell you when I'm trying to be objective. And I will tell you flat out when I am being a bit of a fan. But with J.J. McCarthy, I think it's a little bit of both. As a fan, yes, it pisses me off that guy beat Ohio State's defense. I still don't understand how it happened. But I go and watch the film on him, and I have to try to be objective there. And look, Tom Brady's a Michigan man, but I can objectively say Tom Brady was great. Jim Harbaugh's a Michigan man, and I can tell you, Jim Harbaugh, there's a lot of NFL teams out there that would like to have Jim Harbaugh as a head coach. Now, we'll see what he does with the Chargers, right? I mean, but he has a track record of being pretty successful everywhere he's gone, except for Michigan until they started cheating. But the point is, other than that, he has been successful, got a team to a Super Bowl. I'm willing to be objective, but J.J. McCarthy, I remain skeptical. Can I say that? That's fair. That's objective. I'm skeptical of him. That's all.
You know who is a sports reporter? Diana Rossini, who said that, and we were just reacting to that.
She's the one who said they're propping him up in Minnesota, and they're trying to make it. They're not trying to highlight his mistakes right now because they know there's going to be mistakes because he is a rookie. So.
And Colin Cowherd is the one who brought it up. She kind of just doubled down on what he said. So
yeah.
It's not us, it's them. Yeah, don't blame us.
Blame them. There you go. Blame Colin Cowherd for that. But no, I personally I think he sucks. I hate him. So I'm just saying, but objectively, I'm gonna give him a chance. But I hope he fails. I'm rooting for him to fail. No, it's just as a football player, I'm rooting for him to fail. The biggest reason the Buckeyes could repeat as national champions, it's not quarterback. It's, as much as I'd like to say, it's not even number 4, right? It has to do with this guy playing in the secondary, plays your old position, the safety, Caleb Downs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we talked just there about how J.J. McCarthy in camp, all the things that are said about him. Mm-hmm. People are like, well, hold on. He's young. It's this. The complete opposite is what you hear from anyone who is watching Ohio State football over the last season, but obviously even this year in camp. This little quote that I saw yesterday, this was from Brandon Inniss, wide receiver for the Buckeyes, who said about a certain play they were trying to run in practice where he was lined up and, he's in the play offensively. Caleb Downs, I guess, I don't know if he was on the 2s, the 1s, or whatever, going against Caleb Downs. And Brandon Inniss said this, I can't say what happened, but he called out the play, and I'm like, damn, it's not going to work. He's very smart, very, very smart. He's unbelievably smart. He's literally a defensive coordinator on the field. I mean, I know that Caleb Downs is very aware of the Buckeye playbook. I know that Caleb Downs has familiarity with that offense, knows what it does, but it encourages me when guys like Matt Patricia are equally as gushing about how basically they can put Caleb Downs anywhere on the field and mask what they're going to do because of where they position him. Mm-hmm. And he's smart enough, and the rest of the team basically has to catch up to him.
Yes.
And say, yeah, just because he's lined up there, don't get confused on that. He's not going to be there for long. He's going to go where he's supposed to. You need to stay out of his way and let him play football.
The thing what I'm loving about him is the versatility aspect is that, usually some people come in, okay, he's just a post safety with him, or you got just your box safety. You got a guy here that he played a post, he can play the box, and now he's playing some nickel. So now he's playing man-to-man on slot receivers like that. To me, that's how you become really great, and that's how you make yourself, a top pick in the draft. Is because you can show that you can do all of these things. You don't. And what I liked about the whole thing is that they're saying that he's helping get other people on the field. For example, we have another safety battle between Jalen McClain and Malik Hartford. And you never know which one of those guys are going to get it. But if he's playing nickel, then both of them can come in the game and both of them can play and things like that. So it's actually nice. I always say that guys that know the game, that can anticipate what's coming, like that to me is the most, if you want to be successful in football, is if you know what the offense is trying to do and you know where that guy is going, you don't have to be the most athletic guy in the world because you know what the play is. And for him, he does that, but he also has the athleticism as well. So, it makes him this unbelievable player because he's so smart. I remember talking to Coach Mick last year. Last year was his first year with the program, And Coach Vic was basically like, he was going through just the guys in the secondary. And he was telling me, like, IGB is just this great competitor. He's this guy that once he got here, he changed the mentality of everybody on the defense because it was all compete. Like, I don't care who you are, I'm that guy. So that's what IGB did for the defense. He's
talking about David Igbenogson, right?
Yeah. Excuse me. Davison Igbenogson, yes.
Yeah.
So when they said that Caleb Downs came, he said, then you got Caleb, who knows everything more than the coaches know. It's like what he's done is he's made everybody have to step their game up from a mental aspect to where it's like, if he knows all of that, then I need to get with him to figure out how does he know all of these things. So now when we get out there as a secondary or as a defense, we can anticipate what's coming because we've all put the same type of amount or the same work in that Caleb has as far as studying goes. And that's what helped elevate that defense. So for everything I've heard from him, he is truly just this really smart football player.
Well, I'm just, as you know, you're the guy, right? I mean, you played safety. You understand this position. You played it well in college. You played it in the NFL. I am curious to know, like, when guys are saying he's essentially a defensive coordinator on the field, like, what does it take for that level of discussion? Because there's probably a lot of guys who play safety who are allowed to, like, roam around, make plays, that kind of stuff. But, I mean, is that typical that a guy who plays safety is getting that level of praise for being so plugged into not just how their defense works, but how most of the offenses they're going against works? I mean, I know it's the job a little bit, right? But
it's definitely the job for sure. It just shows you, like I said, he's studying tape. And the thing is this is how usually it works. So when you get a new defensive coordinator, the first thing you're trying to figure out is, what do I have? What do I have? Because, like, football is one of those games where it's motions and things change. And when guys motion and players move around, it changes the coverage and changes what your responsibility is. So the first year into these defenses, that's what you're trying to figure out is, what do I have? Once you get comfortable with that, now it's, okay, what does the next person, what does the people around me have? That's the next thing you're trying to figure out. Then you're trying to figure out, okay, when I see this formation, what is it that the offense like to do out of this formation? So that's like the three things you got to be able to figure out. And it's very hard to do that in year one, to where this guy knows all three things year one in the defense. Like, he just knows it. He knows what he got, he knows what you got, and he knows what the offense is trying to do. That's what allows him to make all of these great plays, because he has this great anticipation. And like I say, that to me, it took me a good 2 years.
It's got me fired. It's got me fired up, man. This is like, that matchup between him and Arch Manning. Everybody's talking about Arch Manning, the Heisman front runner.
Yeah,
he's played all of like 3 games. Dylan, I know he's your guy, but I'm just telling you right now, like, watching Caleb Downs, like, size him up, I'm very curious to see that matchup.
He can play the game with Arch Manning. Like, he can do things such as this. Like, he can line up in the box and be a part of the count. So now when the protection counts, like, the line looks up and says, oh my goodness, there's 8 people in the box. We got to run this protection. Then he could pop out of the box. Now he's not part of the protection. Now one of these linemen had picked up the wrong dude, and now somebody else is free because they thought he was coming. Like that, he can play those type of games now because he understands everything that the offense is trying to do. And it's,
you know what?
It's very savvy of him. I can't wait to see, how he disguises coverage, where he aligns himself. Like I said, the only guy that I've ever seen that lined himself purposely out of position to make a quarterback think that something was open and made the play still was Earl Thomas. Earl was crazy. He would line up in certain spots, and I'd be like, I cannot do that, because if I do that, they gonna score. So
I'm waiting.
It seems to be Caleb Downs is the same way.
Buckeyes by 1 million. That's what I'm saying. I think I love it.
Well, you started out the break by saying you think Caleb Downs could be the biggest reason the Buckeyes repeat. If they repeat, I'm kind of selling myself on this team. Like,
it's starting to feel like that.
Like, looking at the quarterbacks and like the running backs, but it's like, to break in a new quarterback, what do you want? A great offensive line and great wide receivers. They have them. Same thing with the running back room. It's like, as long as you have a competent running back behind a great offensive line, which Ohio State seems to have, I think they'll succeed. And then you have, a lot of players coming back in the secondary. I think Bo Atkinson's going to make a real big impact immediately. Like, I'm kind of starting to.
It's Kool-Aid time for sure.
Yeah.
We're getting to that point.
I wasn't 100% on board, but I'm starting to talk myself into it. And specifically with the Texas game, my boy Arch Manning, everyone is all behind Texas. why is Ohio State favored in Vegas then? Very fishy.
Yeah.
Vegas, they normally know what they're talking about.
That's right. Coming up next, the list. Top 5 fast food breakfast items. We'll do that next. D-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are noticing a crash over on the west side right now. It's all happening 270, that's southbound direction, just past Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and Davidson Road. Left shoulder currently blocked right now. Live look at the scene, thankfully. Looks like cops are on scene. One car looks to have been involved. Hopefully they're okay. But as for your drive times, they are still looking pretty smooth this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh your fuel tank, refresh your U-tank with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. And refresh the vibe for any drive. Refresh at Speedway with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks with speedy rewards and try exclusive Mountain Dew Infinite Swirl flavor for a limited time only. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unmatched reliability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Fan 7 weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll kick off the morning with clear skies and temperatures in the mid-60s. You'll notice a little bit more humidity today with afternoon highs getting in the mid to upper 80s. We'll see plenty of sunshine with very minimal stray showers. And then for tonight, skies will be mostly cloudy with our lows in the upper 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, he is. We started off the show today the way most successful sports radio shows start off with, and that is with an argument about John Stockton. That was right.
John Dom Stockton.
All right, your guy, not my guy. Anyway, if you want to go listen to how the insane way we started off the show this morning, where we were screaming at each other at 6:05 in the morning over whether or not John Stockton is overrated or underrated, you can do that. Just get the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Search for T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll find us. You like it. You go listen to that episode. Starts off hot today. Just going to let you know. That'll be up right at the end of the show, right after 9 a.m. It'll be posted, but you can go download that, listen to it, and check it out if you missed it. Every episode comes right to your device for free, just, on whatever podcast app you get when you subscribe. So make sure you do that.
John Stockton, if you come for the king, you better not miss.
Oh, my goodness.
Newsflash, we may also talk about him tomorrow. I'm just... Maybe a little spoiler alert there. All right, it's time for the list. Let's make it happen.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Okay, top 5 breakfast items. Fast food breakfast items specifically is the list topic today. Starting off at number 5, I'm going to go with a pretty standard, simple one. And that is, I love a McDonald's hash brown. That's a number 5 for me. It's simple. It's easy. And you know what? If you gave me a bag full of them, that'd be a fine breakfast. A little ketchup for that? I'd just eat McDonald's hash browns. Number 5. Greatest breakfast items for me. I start off there.
Number 5, I'm also start off at McDonald's, but I'm not going with hash browns. I'm going with the sausage McGriddle. Sausage, egg, and cheese.
I mean, it's a wow. Really all that, Tyvis? Do you need all that?
Well, that's different.
That's what I heard.
That's different.
That's what I hear.
I didn't say chicken, eggs, and bacon and cheese. That's ridiculous.
One more item. That's all I said. One more item. Bacon.
Yeah, that's worth like 400 calories too.
Oh yeah, because the McGriddle hotcakes are just those are low-cal, high-protein options with their syrup built in.
Listen, let Dylan go.
What I heard was that it's okay for you to substitute pancakes as bread, but when I want to substitute donut as bread, it's unacceptable.
Yeah. See,
hypocrisy
there we go.
is what
First
this
of all,
is.
can I tell my story? First of all, I haven't had a McGriddle in years.
What?
Why
did you put it top 5 then?
Because it was really good back then, but I don't eat it no more.
Oh, you've given that up?
Yeah.
All right, okay, I can respect that.
I don't eat breakfast. No. I barely eat breakfast now.
Or bread.
No, but you saying that you would like to eat that, you choose not to for health reasons. Correct. Is that right? Okay, that's good. I don't live that lifestyle, but I'm glad you do. Dylan, what's your number 5?
Pancakes for bread, not insane. Donuts for bread, insane.
That is insane. Yes.
Number 5, I also have the McDonald's hash brown.
See,
it's just for the same reasons you had. Classic
tasty.
Item. It's got to be on there.
It's great. I love it. Number 4. I don't think we talk about this one enough. I love a Burger King croissant sandwich. I'm good sausage or bacon either way.
Them used to be good.
Those flaky croissants. I mean, I understand you can get a better croissant elsewhere, but I also don't want to go to like a French patisserie in the middle of, the day. So for a drive-through, that's about the best one you're going to get. I like that. I'm going to say the croissant sandwich number 4 for me.
I'm going to go Burger King as well for number 4, but I'm not going croissant. Even though it used back in the day, that used to be it. But back in the day, this also was it.
What's that?
French toast sticks.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, man.
Love those.
Them used to be delicious, Dylan.
Yeah. The only reason I don't have those on my top 5 is because...
You're wrong. That's why.
No. They're good. But also the fact that most grocery stores now have a version of those that if you heat them up, they are almost identical.
Got the Burger King ones?
No, they have French toast sticks.
Oh,
But I'm saying, but Burger Kings are very similar to the ones you can get in the store. And I feel like because I can replicate that easily at home, I don't have the need. I can't replicate the croissant, which is easily at home. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why it's a little better for me. But it's your list, not mine. Dylan, what's your number 4?
T-Bone, we're on the same wavelength. Number 4, the croissant, which from Burger King.
Look at that.
It's a croissant. I don't think a lot of places have croissants.
You don't think that's a lot of bread, though?
It's plenty of bread, sure.
But fine. It's light and flaky.
Yeah,
you ate a pancake for your last one.
Exactly. Listen, don't try to twist this around and put this like I'm the one that's wrong.
We're burying the lead about the croissant sandwich, though, and it's that it has bacon and sausage on it by default. You don't need to add any. You don't need to say add bacon or add sausage, which is something I do on the regular, Tyvis. Yeah. If I can't choose between whether I want bacon or sausage, I say go ahead and throw both of them on there.
Put them both on there.
And they just do that naturally.
You know what's crazy? I don't recall the last time I've had bacon and sausage. I always do bacon and egg, but I've never done. I don't think I've done bacon and sausage.
Got to double up the meats. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, I like that the Burger King has occasionally had those as a 2 for $4. I don't know if they still do that. I don't recall them doing
probably not in this economy.
You take advantage of that.
2 for $4. Is that too many?
Hey, man. Hey. To each his own.
Number 3 for me, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich from McDonald's. Now, on my last stop I did here, where I worked for 12 years with Common Man, we fought a battle long and hard to get McDonald's to bring back the bagel sandwiches. They did. Of the ones that they offered, the one that I prefer the most with their fake hollandaise sauce that I approve of is the bacon, egg, and cheese. But to each their own. Whatever one you like. The bagel sandwich from McDonald's, my number 3.
Number 3 for me, this was up my alley. They got the hash brown scramble bowl from Chick-fil-A. It's got
I've never had that.
Hash browns, eggs, and chicken. Oh man! And then it give you the little hot.
Little hot sauce
salsa,
packet?
Yeah, the salsa. Woo,
okay.
Man, make you smack your mama.
There's a seasoning called that, actually, I believe, called Slap Your Mama. Isn't that a seasoning?
I got some of that at the house.
Yeah, they have that. I see it at the store. And I'm always like, that's the name they... Okay, all right.
I've never had that, but you've sold me. I'm going to try it after the show. I'm going straight to the Chick-fil-A.
Please do. Tell me all about it.
Number 3 for me, T-Bone. We're on it.
Are you kidding me?
You got to be kidding me right now.
Bacon, egg, and cheese bagels from McDonald's, and I'm also with you. Sometimes I want the sausage. Sometimes I want the steak. You know what, Tyvis? Maybe one day I'll put all 3 meats on the bagel, and we'll see how that tastes. A bacon, egg, and cheese, and steak, and sausage bagel from McDonald's. That might move up to my number 1 if I try it.
You're going to hug the commode. Both hands on the side of the commode with your legs up when you go to the bathroom. I'm going to just tell you that now.
Like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, you're going to look just like Harry on Dumb and Dumber.
Number 2 for me, no pun intended, Bojangles, the chicken biscuit there. That's clutch. It's so good. It's a whole piece of chicken, giant piece of chicken. The biscuit's excellent. Delicious. Number 2 for me.
Well, we know what Dylan's number 2 is.
Wait, Dylan, I'm actually curious before we get time.
It's not.
Okay, good. All right, good. Good to know.
Number 2 for me is the Taco Bell AM Crunch Wrap. Woo! Man, that right there is a life changer, right?
It's
there.
good.
I recently had one of them, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and I was like, man, it's still good.
I remember the first time we talked about it, and you said, I don't know, it wasn't very. I don't like Taco Bell's breakfast. And I said, well, you got to get the Crunch Wrap. And you said, I've never had it.
I said I didn't know that they had breakfast.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Like,
yes.
You got to get the AM Crunch Wrap, and I'm like, let me see. I just happened to drive past a Taco Bell, and I was like, yeah, this is it.
It's good. What's your number 2, Dylan?
Number 2 for me is the Wendy's Breakfast Baconator.
Ooh, I've never had it.
I used to love those back, like, I'd say probably like 6 years ago. I used to love that thing. Now, it lost its touch to me.
Wow.
I feel like everyone says they like bacon, but I have a little bit of like an obsessive issue with bacon. So my favorite part about it is that there's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Not 5, but 6 pieces of bacon on the Baconator. Can't beat it.
What type of sick individual counts the pieces of bacon?
That was like what they sold it on. Like when the Baconator first came out, the burger, it was that it had 6 pieces of bacon on it. So the breakfast sandwich also has 6 pieces of bacon on it. That's why it's called the Baconator. You can't call something the Baconator and have a low finite amount of bacon. It has to be a lot.
Who counts that?
I don't know.
Wendy's does, and so do I.
So you know what? We've gone a little long in this segment. As something we've never done. We're going to carry the list over the next segment. Our number one top breakfast items from a fast food place of all time. That is next in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Thursday. Well, we do have reports of a disabled vehicle as you're approaching the downtown area. This is all happening on 70 westbound at Livingston Avenue, just south of Bexley. The right lane currently blocked there, though first responders are on scene working to clean up the situation there. Drive times really impacting this morning, looking at 35 miles per hour, especially by that 70 and 33 intersection. Definitely impacting that travel time, so I want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and easy on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I just had the greatest day today. One of our customers in Delaware literally happy cried. Her new windows just completely transformed her home. It was just magical.
Oh, so you like magic.
Well, that's not what I was saying.
Is this your card?
Wilson, you didn't even... Okay, sure. That was my card.
And magic.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
How appropriate. We're talking breakfast foods. We didn't finish up the list, so let's make it happen. Let's get to our number one.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
All right. Number one breakfast food item available to you from a fast food drive-through window. And that's what I'm defining fast food as. It has to have a drive-through window. My number one is one that you guys already said. The AM breakfast crunch wrap with the little pieces of bacon is the greatest invention of all time. And I have to tell a story about how I was so stupid the other day. I went through the Taco Bell drive-thru and I ordered just the sandwich because I already had a drink with me. I didn't need the value meal. As much as I love a Baja Blast, I didn't need one that morning. So I said, I'll just take the crunch wrap. And I pulled up to the window and they said, it'll be a couple minutes. We're waiting on a hash brown. And I stupidly said, well, I didn't order the hash brown. And she goes, yes, but that's in the, she's very polite. But she said, yes, that's in the crunch wrap. And I said, of course it is. That's where the crunch comes from. I'm stupid. And so I just sat there for 3 minutes in shame. How could I not have realized what she was saying? Of course, it's the most important item in the crunch wrap is that hash brown.
And then you got it and devoured the whole thing.
Oh, I absolutely did. By the way, that Taco Bell hash brown, because it's made to stand up with all those ingredients, they sell it separately. And it is really good.
I did not know that.
It's really good and crispy.
Yeah, until you said that.
If you like a big, fat, crispy hash brown, go get that. Just by itself, it's delicious.
What is wrong with
I'm going to start getting the hash brown in the crunch wrap and then one outside of the crunch wrap as well.
Listen, I can't say that I haven't done that before, Dylan. I'm just going to let you know that's been a thing. All right, Tyvis, your number one breakfast food item. Go ahead.
The spicy chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A. That's the one with the jelly. That is, to me, God's gift to this earth.
You didn't
kiss.
You didn't have the Bojangles chicken biscuit anywhere on your top five?
I didn't. I should, but I didn't.
Wow. I feel like
I needed the jelly.
Yeah, I guess you didn't get the jelly when we had that. You did buy us breakfast, though, and I appreciate that. That was very nice of you to do. Dylan, what's your number one?
My number one is also the AM Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell. We went 4 for $5 T-bone matching on those.
Locked in.
Sausage, bacon, both maybe. Tyvis, if you're feeling froggy, you can get both in the Crunch Wrap.
I've never stuffed it like that.
You get both?
It doesn't hold up well, honestly. It's too much food in the Crunch Wrap. But either or works for me. So I was a very anti-Taco Bell guy. But then March 27, 2014 came. I remember the exact date. I was on Ohio State's campus getting ready to be a Buckeye dropout. And Taco Bell launched breakfast. And I walked over to the one on High Street and was like, this is going to suck. But it has forever changed my life. And Taco Bell breakfast overall is just the best fast food breakfast. Not even close. No debate.
Really?
Yes.
Taco Bell number one for you? Just of all the, if you took all the totality of the menu?
Yep.
I do think their breakfast burritos are really good.
Yes, they are.
Is not a surprise. Have you ever had those, Tyvis?
What?
The breakfast burrito from Taco Bell?
No, the only thing I've ever had breakfast-wise is the Crunch Wrap.
That's really all you need. But
change that.
No, we don't.
I have to change it today.
No, we don't. I have some. I got to go up 71 today. So,
there's plenty of Taco Bells in Southern.
Yeah, there's lots of. There's the Go Aces has a good one.
If I stop, I'm gonna be late, so I can't. I gotta just.
That's fine.
Go.
Speaking, you're going up 71. You're going to go up to Cleveland, do the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. The Cleveland Browns are going to, I'm sure, be a topic of discussion because if the Browns sneeze, it's the number one story in Cleveland, as should be expected. It's a Browns town. I get that. Well, do you think they'll mention the fact that Gavin Williams almost had a no-hitter?
It's in the rundown this today.
Okay, good. I know I'm not that show necessarily, but I know some of the sports radio shows up there. It's like the Guardians could go on a 12-game winning streak and be like,
the radio station in Cleveland, 92.3, will definitely talk about it because they do 4 and 5 hour shifts.
Oh, they have to talk about it.
They have
Okay. It just feels like a lot of times up there, all I hear is like the 8th segment in a row about the Browns. And then it's like, meanwhile, the Guardians, they're fine. Oh, the Cavs are starting up. They're like a 60-win team.
When your show is 4 and 5 hours.
Well, that's good.
We're slackers down here, only doing 3.
Yeah. We pack it all in, though. We try to get the best. Now, with the Browns, that all said, and that Gavin Williams stuff, we talked about it earlier. I'm mad at the Mets for breaking it up, quite honestly, because Mets suck, and we shouldn't be breaking up no-hitters. Guardians they're back in this thing, and it's exciting. They are very good. The Browns, though, they are doing something that makes no sense. Kevin Stefanski said they are going to be mostly resting their starters for this game, which this is a change of what we thought was they were going to play a lot more of the starters. He now has said it'll mostly be twos and threes that'll be out there with Shedeur Sanders. But more crazy than that to me, Tyvis, is that yesterday in practice, when they played that Carolina, joint practice, they put Joe Flacco out there for a decent amount of the reps with the ones, and then they brought in Tyler Huntley for a little bit, which, can you explain that to me? Because I don't understand. I don't understand what they're doing there.
So the reason Joe Flacco took the 1 reps is because Joe Flacco isn't going to play in the game. And if everybody knows that if the season started today, your quarterback 1 would probably be Joe Flacco. So therefore, you want to get him the 1 reps to see what it's going to look like in the season, because I told you the stuff that they run in practice is not the stuff that they're going to run in the game. They want to see what they can get away with, what works. It's really very competitive, and you want to see your best on best. So that's why Joe Flacco took the majority of those reps, because he won't get any game reps on Friday. As far as, Snoop getting reps, Tyler Huntley, I mean, he's got to get acclimated again back into this offense. I know he just played here last year, but you still want him to get some chemistry, because I think when tomorrow comes, you're only going to have 2 quarterbacks. It's probably only going to be Shedeur and then Tyler Huntley. So you want to make sure that those 2 guys at least can be good enough to see what you want to. For a guy like Snoop, you want him to at least run the offense good enough that you can assess the other players around him, because I don't think he's making the roster, but guys around him, receivers that he's throwing to, offensive linemen, running backs, like guys like that, they will be trying to see if we should keep those guys on this roster. So you want that offense to look as smooth as possible.
I saw this from Louis Riddick, who said that he thinks that there is a chance that perhaps Shedeur Sanders is getting set up to fail. Like that they are essentially putting him out there with limited reps. He's going to go out and start this game, not with the ones, probably with some guys he's played a little bit more with, I guess, for the reps that he has taken. But that they're going to have him out there for a few series. If he doesn't look good, this will be all the ammo they need to say, yeah, see, this is why we don't let him play with the ones. And then they'll bury him on the depth chart, and that'll be that. Like, for his time in Cleveland, he will be viewed as a depth guy at best and really not ever get a look until sometime later in the offseason or whatever. Not going to be a real factor the rest of the way. Like, do you think that's a thing? Do NFL teams do that with a guy where they're like, yeah, we're not sure about this guy. Let's just throw him out there. And if he survives, great. And if he does, awesome, fine. But we're not expecting him to. And then that gives us justification to, is that a thing?
No, I don't necessarily think that's a thing. I mean, I've heard of teams trying to hide guys to cut and probably bring back on practice squad. But I think with Shedeur, you don't have that luxury because of who he is. Like, if you cut him, you know that you're not getting him back. Somebody's going to pick him up. I think when you look at this opportunity, for some odd reason, whatever the case may be, they have made things extremely difficult for Shedeur as far as him not getting a lot of one reps, him being buried on the depth chart and all those things. And somehow, some way, he doesn't complain about it at all. He just makes the most of his opportunity. And I tell you what, if we get to a point where he becomes either the starter or he comes into the season as a second-team quarterback, nobody can say he didn't earn it. He's doing all of those things on the field, off the field. He's staying out to practice, doing the extra work and all those things. He's truly earned everything that he's gotten so far. So I wouldn't judge him off of just one game. I mean, think about it. They already said that Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman isn't playing in this game. So he won't get those good number one wide receivers on this team. Even though Deontay Johnson has been doing really well from the day that I watched in camp, he looked really good. So I'm excited to see what he does. And I think guys will continue to make plays for him. But all I want to see from him is that he understands where to go with the football. If he got a little zip on his ball, if he's throwing it, intermediate, making some good plays and good decisions with the ball, I think that's good enough for him. Like I said, this preseason, it's hard to judge. Like I said, DTR looked really good for the past 2 preseasons, and we got in the regular season, it was a totally different thing.
I mean, you were just talking earlier this show about Joe Milton. You want to trade the franchise, trade Dak Prescott, and just let Joe Milton do his thing with the Cowboys.
I agree. Yes. Joe Milton at least played in the regular season.
Well, that's fair. That's right.
Decent, or looked good, actually, in his regular season game. So, yeah, I do want to see what Shedeur looks like. I'm excited about it tomorrow to see what he looks like, and hopefully he can make some plays. But if whether it goes good or bad, it's not something that I'm going to get too high on if he does good. It's not going to be like, oh, he's never going to play here if he does bad either.
I think the point that Louis Riddick was trying to make, that it wouldn't be anything like done on purpose, but from his front office point of view, because for people that don't know, he wasn't a front office before he worked at ESPN. It's that sometimes, they draft a guy and then you have a guy like Shedeur that has limited reps in practice, and then you throw him in the game and then he doesn't look so great. And then the coaches are like, oh man, this guy doesn't look so good. Like, basically what he was saying is like, oh, maybe Stefanski did or did not want Shedeur. The front office drafted him, and then it's now like, oh, he has limited practice, and now it's like, well, why did we draft this guy if he looks like this?
Yeah, and then you put him out there, and then it's like, well, see, all right, I gave him a shot.
Yeah,
you guys wanted me to give him a shot. There's his shot. Now, can I get back to what I was trying to do?
This is one of those situations though where they didn't have a choice. Like, this isn't like. They weren't playing Joe Flacco in the preseason in this preseason.
No, but that is a choice.
And the other 2 quarterbacks
That's
are
a
hurt.
Choice. They could have played him.
I don't think he can go out there.
They can. Yeah, but if they go out there and say, Joe Flacco, we want you to suit up for 5 series. Like,
well, that's not happening. They only playing like 8 to 12 plays.
Maybe I'm stupid and I just forgot what last season was. But was this Browns team like an AFC Championship team where it's like, oh, we already know we got on the first team. We don't need to see them at all in the preseason. We'll just let them rest. This is a 3-win football team. Everyone's job should be up for debate. Like, I don't understand why everyone's not playing all the time. Like, I know you got to figure out the back half of the roster. I know they'll play more in games 2 and 3, but they're talking about this like, we're not playing any of our starters. We know who those guys are. You sucked last year. Everyone should be, and I get it. You're playing some of the backup guys to give them a chance, but what are we doing here? Like, this team needs all the reps it can get with Joe Flacco, who didn't play quarterback here last year. You need to get that continuity.
I agree with you, and I don't understand it either because, like I say, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, they're playing every preseason game. I think Patrick Mahomes and them play every preseason game. So I agree with you. I think that the NFL is still trying to figure out what's that sweet spot. Do they need to play all 3 preseason games? Do they need to play 2? Do they need to play 1? Like, I think that's what they're trying to figure out.
All right. I hope that the Browns figure it out, but go figure. Every year there's something that they do with the preseason that just makes me scratch my head.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
I have an update for you on the Ohio State-Penn State game time. We'll discuss that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we are still closely monitoring a situation, an active situation for folks just south of Bexley 70 at Livingston Avenue. Still noticing a disabled vehicle. Thankfully, though, emergency responders are on scene. Traffic cones are in place, but drive times definitely being impacted. So this is because of a disabled vehicle. 70 westbound again at Livingston Avenue. A right lane is currently blocked, and drive times again looking pretty slower than usual, especially by that 70 and 33 intersection, clocking you in at 20 miles per hour there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a Hittrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice. Powered by WeWinUwin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinUwin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward. When we say we want to lose weight, we mean fat, not muscle. New studies show up to 40% of the weight lost on the new meds is muscle, not fat. Keep your muscle. Lose the fat with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Athena cantaloupes, personal watermelons, or King of the West honeydew melons are only $2.88 each with your card. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Common Man here. I want to tell you about my guy, Bob Capace, owner-operator of Worthington Jewelers for the past 25 years. If your only experience is going to the mall for jewelry, Bob and his team will blow you away. Service, quality, and a great price. The store is busy all the time because people keep coming back. True story. My 8-year-old daughter says to me, "When can we go see Mr. Capace again? He's nice." Yes, he's nice. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
Tee to Green with Skip Mosick.
Saturday, Timmy Hall's in for me, which means you'll be much longer off the tee, but your pace of play may really slow down. We're back with you on the 16th.
Tee to Green with Skip Mosick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
If something happens to you, what happens to your family? Will they struggle financially? Will they be able to afford the home you built together? With Ethos, you can get life insurance coverage in minutes. Get up to $2 million in coverage for as little as $2 a day. All online with no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Saw Andy in the chat here. The YouTube chat is going. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. He said his top 5 breakfast fast food items. Number 5, Taco Bell Cine Minis. Number 4, Taco Bell Breakfast Crunch Wrap. Number 3, Hash Brown for McDonald's. 2, the Hardee's Sausage, Egg, Cheese Biscuit. Number 1, Sausage, Egg, and Cheese McMuffin. It's good. Good list. I'd eat all of that. You like a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, Tyvis? Is that a thing that you get at the drive-thru?
Yeah. I like a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I think that's a classic. I think that's quick trying to get it out. If you're going to the store and you're not 100% sure what you want from McDonald's, you get that.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's just a default. It's always there. It's like a cheeseburger. That to me is like, yeah, just go ahead and order that if you're not sure what else you want.
To me, it kind of deserved a spot on one of our lists because it's like the pioneer of fast food breakfast sandwiches.
Well, the actual, like the regular McMuffin with the little piece of Canadian bacon. But bacon,
get that
air quotes, bacon. Yeah, I'm with you. I'd throw that like a Frisbee. I don't need it. Who does? Put real bacon on it. Come on. All right. So Ohio State, Penn State. Ross Bjork was on, I believe, with the NPR WOSU here in town. And he covered a variety of topics. But one of the things that came up in that discussion was, does he think it's going to be a noon game when they play Penn State? And he said, given the history, given everything, I mean, we'd love to see it not be a noon game, but he basically said Fox has paid a lot of money for that time slot. They've invested in it. We would be shocked if it's not a noon game. So even though they are doing a blackout for that game, instead of, Penn State does the whiteout, Ohio State's going to do the blackout. I wonder if that means they'll do different uniforms for that game. Usually when there's a color theme for the stadium.
It's a nighttime thing.
Yeah, but they're not. It doesn't look like it's going to be a night. He's saying it's still going to be at noon. So that's November 1st. So hopefully we'll be cooler, by that point. But I don't know if I'd want to be dressing in like all black attire, standing outside in 90 degrees. Like in September, it gets to be 90 degrees in there sometimes, 85 degrees, and that can be in the sun. That can be a lot. At least by the time it gets to November, it should be cooler, and hopefully the blackout will work and everybody will wear that stuff.
But maybe Fox will give them they'll throw them a bone and give them the night game.
You think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen, but last year they kind of took it. Because if Penn State is who we think they are going to be this year, and Ohio State continues to be the team that they are, why would you not put that on your airways?
They want it. Yeah. They want that noon slot.
Yeah.
Well, which again, I know we've been over this for like the last 2 years. It feels like where we keep rehashing it. But Fox has paid all this money. They want it at that time spot. I don't necessarily think every big time game should be at noon. I don't mind a noon kick, but I'd like the Michigan game to be at noon. I don't mind it if the crappy the Grambling game and the Ohio game, those can be at noon. But for bigger games, yeah, if you want to put them at 3:30 or after, I'm good with that too. I'd prefer that, honestly. So I don't think Fox is going to do it because Fox is invested in big noon kickoff.
But they kind of can't. The way the TV deal is set up where Fox has the, to dumb it down, it's like Fox has that exclusive noon window where they get their pick, and then I think it's NBC and Peacock that goes next that has the 3:30, and then NBC, or not NBC, CBS,
yeah.
Or that might be flip-flopped.
No, CBS is 3:30.
Yes,
yeah, and then NBC.
So basically, if they're like, hey, we want to play this game at prime time, they give up their rights initially to one of those other networks if they want to change the time. And that's pretty much the real reason why they keep putting Ohio State at noon. It's like, if you want Ohio State at noon, if you don't put them at noon, those other networks are going to put them in their time slot, and then you just miss out on them.
Well, I don't know if they. From what I understand, the way it works, I'm pretty sure there's a draft, and there's like an order where they pick the games.
Fox goes first.
Yes, so Fox gets like the first couple picks, I want to say, or they get 2 of the top 3 or something like that. And then they pick the games, but I do think it is technically still up to them. If Fox said, hey, we want to put this on at 7 o'clock, they can.
Trade.
They can put it on at 7 o'clock. It would just go up against something else. And they don't want to go head-to-head because they will get a bigger number rather than – because, like, let's say, I don't know, whatever – ESPN might have a big SEC game that night. I don't know the schedule off the top of my head. I'm not sure who's playing that day. But if NBC or, ESPN has that going on as well, then you're splitting the audience because people will check out one of those games, but they can't watch all 3 at the same time, at least not right now. So
they need – the Ohio State desperately needs Penn State and the Wolverines to be really good. Why? Because – then people will want to see that game.
Right.
And then some of those games and some of those Ohio State games will sneak through, and then you can get some later in the day. But if Ohio State, with them being who they were last year, it was must-see TV. Like, everybody wanted to see them, and they knew that the fans was going to watch it. So, and
you're saying if Penn State and Michigan are that good, then they'll say, well, why don't we take a Penn State game there?
Correct.
That's going to take a lot of heavy lifting, man, because it's also like, but it's Ohio State and just the size of the alumni base. They know if I put Ohio State on at 3 a.m., it'll get a number. So Fox is trying to build Big Noon Kickoff, and the best brand they have to build it, sadly, is Ohio State. And that's why all this like anger and everything about it, to your point, Dylan, regardless of what their reason is, they are invested in Big Noon as like, that's the property. That's where we want to put our primetime games.
And then with the West Coast teams, if they own the West Coast, you can't never play them at noon. So they can only get away games. So that's why that's
like
hard.
Oregon being good last year was meaningless for this conversation because you're not going to have them kick off at 9 a.m. in Eugene.
They can get the Friday game, though. They get the Friday night game.
Ohio State's at Washington, right? That's the first away game, I want to say. Right, I think at the end of September.
Yep.
Is that one? Do we know what network that's on yet?
Because it says TBD.
Guarantee it's not. I would be shocked if it's a Fox game. To your point, Dylan, because they would say no, that doesn't fit our Big Noon window. We can't play that at 9 a.m.
No,
so you're going to see that on one of the other networks. But that's the thing that sucks. Ohio State being in the Eastern time zone and Fox saying we're the biggest broadcast partner and we like noon. That means the best team they can put on there 9 times out of 10 is going to be Ohio State. And I don't know how you fix that other than changing the TV deal, which good luck with all of that. Speaking of TV, there's a thing I saw with this ESPN NFL merger that actually is good news for college football fans. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, traffic is definitely picking up in and around the metro this morning, especially if you're taking 70 all through the downtown scene, too. Some congested areas we're looking at 70, that westbound direction over by Bryce Road, over on the east side, one of the spots. Again, we are noticing a disabled vehicle just south of Bexley, noticing some impacts there. And lastly, for folks over on the west side, once again, 70, that eastbound direction this time, approaching the downtown scene, that ongoing construction site just north of West Jefferson. Still pretty slow this morning. Want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and easy on the roads right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that for all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels, it's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to QCkinetics.com PrimeSportsBook.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large big gulp drinks. Get 69-cent large big gulp drinks at Speedway with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Cleveland Guardians pitcher Gavin Williams was dealing yesterday, taking no-hit bid into the ninth, but with one out in the inning, New York Mets slugger Juan Soto hit a solo blast to break it up. The Guards would still go on to beat the Mets 4-1, completing a 3-game sweep of New York. Cleveland has the day off today, but will travel to Chicago to take on the White Sox tomorrow. And the Cincinnati Reds were also going for a sweep against the Chicago Cubs, but failed to do so in a 6-1 loss yesterday. The Redlegs will travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. Brady Singer and Paul Skeens are the probable starters for that game. Coverage begins just after 6 on ESPN Columbus. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Hit us up on Twitter, or the YouTube chat is live. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. I saw the fan poll today. How much of the preseason games tonight will you watch? There are 3 of them, and I want to say I know the Bengals are playing the Eagles. I know the Seahawks are playing. I'm trying to remember who that is off the top of my head. Anyway, about 60% of you said little to none. Which, I mean, it is week 1 of the preseason. But, yeah, the 3 games are the Colts at the Ravens, Bengals at the Eagles, Raiders at the Seahawks.
Nobody want to see Smoking Joe?
I'm going to watch the Bengals game. I'll watch that. I'll have thoughts on it tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to get out of it.
I personally would tune in to the Colts because I got to see the Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones thing.
Oh, that's true. That's a quarterback battle that I don't know that anybody's necessarily like, yes, that's the most exciting thing in the world, but it is a quarterback.
They don't want to see Pete Carroll return to Seattle.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even think of that angle. See, look at you. That's a good angle. I hadn't even thought of that. But I don't know if I'm going to stay up that late for it, because what's that going to be at like 10 o'clock at night? You and I will be in bed. You and I will be in bed.
Yeah, I'll be asleep.
Anthony Richardson said that they could have brought in Tom Brady, and all he would need to do is work hard, and he could beat him out. That's what he said.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe Tom Brady now at age 47.
I don't even know if that's true. I'm not even sure that's true, to be honest with you, Dylan. So there's a good benefit that I wasn't aware of with this ESPN NFL merger. So Roger Goodell was on ESPN, and I'm sure trying to spin this a bit to give you some positives here, because we talked about it yesterday. I feel like it's kind of icky that you have the NFL in bed with ESPN to this level, where now the NFL profits from ESPN. Obviously, they're a 10% ownership stake of ESPN. You would think if the league doesn't like something ESPN's reporting, they could make them stop doing it. However, as I saw Dan Patrick and others point out, I mean, how long has that been going on with ESPN anyway, right? The NFL has Playmakers. Remember that series that was kind of like a real look at the NFL life? It was fictionalized, but it was kind of those ripped from the headlines, Law and Order type of series, except it was all about football players. They didn't like some of the storylines in that, and they told ESPN, despite that series being popular, can it, and they did. And that's why you don't see that series brought up much, if at all, anymore. But yeah, I don't think it's a great thing for those two to be in bed together. However, this is one positive that comes out of it. Roger Goodell said that the Red Zone intellectual property is now owned by ESPN, meaning they will do NFL Red Zone like they have. That's all still going to be the case. I think
it's still commercial free.
I would hope it is.
Okay.
I mean, it has to be.
For now.
For now. You know what? That's true, though.
If they
got to make dollars on it.
That defeats the purpose.
Well, let's hope they don't put commercials in it. Or if they do, they've shown us they can go quad box. They can go 8 box sometimes. So put a box up with the commercials in it and let all the other games play. But at least the commercial can run. I don't know. All I know is this. Not only did he say...
Wait, pause.
Okay.
If you was a company and they told you we're going to do 4 box and we're going to put your commercial in one of the boxes while the other 3 games are running, you would pay that?
I wouldn't do that. But what I would do is if they could run a thing at the bottom that says... They could put a thing at the bottom that says... They do this with soccer all the time. It's funny because when soccer came to America, people were like, it's 45 minutes straight. There's no timeouts. There's no stoppages. Where do we put the commercials? The answer is you put them on the jerseys. You put them on the bottom of the screen where it says this segment of the game brought to you commercial free by Coors Light or whoever, right? Like I'm just saying you can put a sponsorship at the bottom of NFL Red Zone that says you're watching this commercial free thanks to your local Ford dealer or whatever. You know, that they can find ways to sell ads on it without interrupting the game.
They also do it in wrestling. They'll do a split screen of the commercial and the action.
They do it in NASCAR too. Yeah, they do
NASCAR.
Yeah, they do a split screen and they keep the race on. And then it says, like, the race is brought to you by our sponsor, which is over here, but over there is the race. And you're still hearing the ad, you know? So if they're saying, like, come in now and get 2 croissant sandwiches for $3 at Burger King, I mean, I may not be watching it, but I'm listening going, I got to remember that. So that'll keep me in the thing. But they also said that, Roger Goodell said now that ESPN owns this, Red Zone can also be used for any other sport they want to. And the one he specifically brought up was college football. And let me tell you right now, if there is a college football Red Zone channel, ESPN has tried this with like
too many games.
No, it's perfect.
Crazy?
It's No, you don't need to show every game. No. The concept would have to be amended to we're not showing every touchdown from every game like they do in the NFL. It would be, we're going to show you the 4 best or 6 best games at this time. And then, yeah, if you're ranked, that takes precedence over 2 crappy teams that no one cares about. But if those 2 crappy teams are in a shootout where it's like 51-48 or something, and it's in the fourth quarter, they can throw that in one of the boxes. I'm totally about that. I love that idea. I hope college football gets that, because I think that would be awesome.
To Tyvis's point, I'm kind of thinking about this behind the scenes. Like, imagine the host of this college football red zone, how much help he's going to need from his producer in his ear when they throw it out to Kalamazoo, Michigan for a Western Michigan Kent State game, and he has no idea who any of the players are. You know what I mean? Like, but who cares? That's his problem, whoever the host is. I'm all for it, T-Bone. It's like, just put them all on the screen. You could just hopefully get us like the play-by-play audio of whatever game they're going out to, so it really won't even matter. He doesn't really need to set it up well. They'll just be like, we're going out to this game, and they can tell you who the players are.
ESPN did have, I don't know if they've done it this college football season. I think it used to be on maybe ESPN News or something, but they had something that was, it's more of what I would call a whip around show than a real true red zone experience. But it was like, this game's going on, and then on the side, they would have all the scores. You would see like a bug or a scoreboard essentially that said, this game's in the fourth quarter, here who has the ball. But then they would go out to some random college football game. The problem was, it was only limited to the games that like ESPN had the rights to.
Right.
And so I wonder what that would mean for this. Like, ESPN and the Big Ten technically don't have a relationship. Would they be willing to say, hey, yeah, we know this is a CBS game, or we know this is a Fox game or whatever, but we're ESPN, we're showing that it's Fox. You'll see their logo, that, you know, but we'll do that like they do at the, I don't know if they'll have the pull for that. That's the problem. There's logistics to work out with it, but if they can make that happen and make it all the top 25 games, that's all I really care about. And then, yeah, if it's Army, Navy, but that's not going to need, you're not going to need red zone for that, because that's always on a weekend where there's no other games.
Standalone.
Yeah. So I think that'll be great. I hope they get to do that.
By the way, before we take it to break, I got this quick Quinshon Judkins update.
Okay.
Oh, breaking news.
I mean, it's not breaking news. I mean, yesterday he filed for the right to waive he waived his right to a speedy trial, which Florida law indicates the state must try Judkins within 60 days of his arrest. This would extend that to 175 days, which will push the potential of the trial to January at the earliest, and potentially set the stage for Judkins to join the Browns, get his contract situation resolved, and play out his rookie season before the trial.
All right. So there's a chance there that regardless of what happens in that trial, maybe if the Browns and the NFL have done enough of an investigation, they may say, we don't feel like there's anything to this, or we do. Here's a suspension. We've seen them do that in the past, right? Where they mete out a punishment before the legal system does its thing. And they just say, all right, well, here's your suspension. Now you move forward. And yeah, that's a whole other plot line to this whole Browns season that we haven't even really got into. But yeah, Quinshon Judkins not practicing, not doing anything really until they get this sorted out. So we'll find out. Maybe that clears the way for that to happen. Either way, we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens next. But yeah, maybe the Browns get some news there that Quinshon Judkins can join the team, I guess. We'll find out. Meanwhile, yesterday, speaking of former Buckeyes, another former Buckeye got into a fight during practice in one of those joint practices that we have in the NFL preseason. That's not necessarily news, but here's the twist. He's the head coach. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. We are still closely monitoring an active situation for folks over on the east side. A crash happening just south of Reynoldsburg this morning. 70 just past 256. A right shoulder is currently blocked. Drive time's not looking pretty good for your Thursday commute. Clocking you here at 26 miles per hour. Thankfully, though, cops are on scene hoping to clean up the situation. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, flexible payment plans. Act now. Visit bluejackets.com/tickets.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties are $5.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Wake up and cash. It's Top Picks on Morning Juice. Powered by WeWinUwin.com. Professional sports bettor Chad Patrick. Dropping plays and juicing up your Friday mornings with fresh pick winners. WeWinUwin.com. Built by winners for winners. Stop guessing and start cashing.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll kick off the morning with clear skies and temperatures in the mid-60s. You'll notice a little bit more humidity today with afternoon highs getting in the mid to upper 80s. We'll see plenty of sunshine with very minimal stray showers. And then for tonight, skies will be mostly cloudy with our lows in the upper 60s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I saw this story yesterday. It involves former Buckeye, both player and coach, Mike Vrabel, who is now the head coach of the New England Patriots. They had a joint practice. Was yesterday just joint practice day around the NFL? Because I know the Browns were practicing against the Commanders.
Usually that's how it works.
Panthers, I should say.
If you're going to do a joint practice, you usually do it, 2 to 3 days before the game. Okay. Then the day before is like you separate and then boom, you play.
Okay. So Patriots were practicing with the Commanders, so they were kind of scrimmaging there. And I guess there are multiple various accounts of what all happened, but the broad strokes of this is that there was a dust-up between some players on the Patriots and Commanders, and then Mike Vrabel ran in to break up the fight and ended up getting a shot to the face. And so there were photos of him, videos of him walking around holding an ice bag to his face. He was bleeding from the face. All his players, immediately after were yeah, that's what we love about Coach Vrabel. He'd get right in there. He's with us.
Yeah.
They love that. And I'll tell you, there are very few coaches in the NFL that I would want to see less than Mike Vrabel. If he came in with something to do and was I need to separate you from him, he probably can do it.
Oh my goodness, Braves is a man's man. He is I'm not. When I seen this story yesterday, I was like, yeah, that's Vrabel. That's exactly who he is. It's not shocking at all, but it is something. The thing that everybody loves about Vrabel is that he still gets out there and you could tell that he still loves the game. He's still passionate about the game. Even last year when he wasn't coaching and he was just with the Browns last year, he was still sprinting the drills and he was going up against the offensive line and teaching guys. I remember him teaching David Njoku how to block and all these things. And it's just yeah, man, this dude really still believes I don't think he could play, but he still can get out there and demonstrate. I always had more respect for coaches because any coach would get up there and be oh, do it like this. It's supposed to look like this. And I would always say, let me see. Show me what you want me to do. And if you can get out there and actually do it, you get a lot of respect from the player. Wow, okay, now I have to do it because he's 80 and he can do it, then I know I can do it, that type of thing. So it's always nice to see that Braves is still willing to get in the fight. And I think that's what made those Titan teams so special back when he was coaching. This guy did win Coach of the Year. The reason being is because he showed you I'm with y'all. I'm still here with y'all. I'm going through the same things with y'all. I don't care about pain and all that. I'm trying to get the best work out of y'all, and I'll fight with you guys if we got to fight like that. You will run through a brick wall for a coach like that.
They said that apparently what started all this was, now just hold on, because this story involves a lot of Buckeyes, which is a testament. They should just print this story up and have that on the wall of the Woody, where it's here's a random NFL story about a practice fight, and there's a bunch of Buckeyes involved. Not because they're fighting, but because there's just so many Buckeyes in the NFL that you could throw a stone and hit someone who played at Ohio State. Yeah. But Travion Henderson was there. He's obviously, rookie for the Patriots. One of his best attributes would be pass protection. The reports are that he was in a pass pro situation, and none other than Von Miller, who is now with the Commanders, ran into him. And I guess, from all accounts, Travion did what he does and blew up the rush, essentially, and stopped whoever it was. If it was Von Miller or someone else, but it was violent. And apparently that caused Von Miller to then, according to the report on Twitter, throw a punch at Travion Henderson, which then led to a pileup, which then led to multiple players, jumping in, and both teams got involved. Then, apparently, where Vrabel came in was when New England wide receiver Kayshon Boutte and Washington corner Marshawn Lattimore got involved, and he went in specifically to separate those two guys. So you have 3 Buckeyes involved in this, 1 as a head coach, 2 as players, both on opposite teams. There's probably other Buckeyes we're forgetting about. I mean, he's not practicing, but Terry McLaurin is with the Commanders, so he could have been involved.
Chase Young
was playing. Yeah, all right. Chase is there, right? So
Chase is where?
He's not. No, he's in. Where's he at now?
He's in the Saints, ain't he?
Yeah, I think he's in New Orleans now. You're right. Yeah, you're right. He's not with Washington.
See, Dylan.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Don't
Set
worry.
you up for failure.
There's going to be a
Buckeye been gone for years. It's been going for 2-3 years.
Yeah,
Dylan, a Buckeye blogger with 50,000 fake followers is going to have something to say about that now.
That's my bad. I set you up for failure. But Marshawn Lattimore, he'll fight anybody.
Oh yeah, him and Mike Evans thing used to be good.
Saga.
I don't know why they got beef like that, but them two, wow, it was must-see TV.
From when Marshawn was in New Orleans. There we go. I kind of know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Yes, yeah. Marshawn in New Orleans versus Mike Evans was must-see TV because Marshawn did a really good job of shutting people down, and Mike Evans didn't like that. And then I always remember the time where he was chirping at Jameis Winston, and Mike Evans comes out of nowhere and like blindsides him. It was just crazy. Like
they do not like each other. But that's, it's a rivalry that those two teams obviously don't like each other, right? In the same division. So
seeing this, it's like, oh, yeah, that's not shocking to see Marshawn doing this. It is a little shocking for the Travion thing, but the thing is, you know how they say you have a welcome to the NFL moment? Well, that was one of those welcome to Travion Henderson. Hi, I'm Travion. I pass pro, that's my thing. Like, right. I will blow something up in pass pro. So, yeah, they on alert now.
By the way, I saw Joel Klatt, speaking of the Buckeyes, we'll talk about the ones that are still here on campus. Joel Klatt was talking yesterday, and he was presented with the question of who has more to gain here, who has more to lose, who's the pressure on between Ohio State and Texas? And I'm curious what you think about that, Tyvis, for this first game of the season. Like, I know we're a few weeks away.
Who's the pressure on? Probably.
Well, who's got more to prove, essentially, in this game?
Oh, Texas do.
Yeah, that's what I think, too. I think that's like...
Texas do because, one, they lost to them last year. Two, they're projected to be I think they're favored to win it all this year. And three, they got the great Arch Manning. And they supposed to be this team that's just going to dominate college football this year. Yeah, the pressure's on them for sure.
I mean, I guess you could argue that Ohio State's pressure is you want to repeat. You don't want it to look like, you don't want to look like last year was a fluke, but who thinks it was? Like, I'm just.
Well, who
thinks that Ohio State's run last year was a fluke?
Oh,
like,
you can't. They had the hardest.
Four teams.
Yeah, they had the hardest road out of all of the CFP.
Yeah, and they got it done. That Texas game we know was obviously very close, but also they won it with a great play by Jack Sawyer, but also it's not like they were losing that game and then he made that play. They were in the lead despite Texas driving down the field. Defense made a play, took the ball back, and the score looks a little different than what it actually, and you know how close the game was, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the argument is that it's bigger for Ohio State. It's big just because you want to win this game.
You know what? I'm curious. I got to ask one of those guys that played on that team last year. I never asked him this question, and it's, see, when we won it in 14-15, the Alabama game was like our championship, and the national championship just felt like a regular Saturday.
That Oregon game was like, I don't think there were any Buckeye fans that were seriously concerned.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it felt like a Penn State game or something where you're like, well, we could lose, but I don't think we will.
My question is, did they feel the same way last year at Texas, and then after they beat Texas, did they feel like, okay, like Notre Dame was a threat? Like, no offense to Bodie over there, but like, did they think like, was they thinking like, oh, it's just another Saturday, or did they was like, we got to lock in type thing? I'm very curious.
I bet if you hooked players up to the truth serum,
I mean, I would ask them off the record.
Well, I know, but like, I would not be surprised if, I think the best time to ask that question is like 5 years from now.
Oh yeah,
because right now it's still too close to like, oh no, we.
No, because see, that's the difference between me and them. Because when you asked me, I would have told you right there. Yeah, no,
well, they would tell you probably more than they would tell me in the media. Like a guy like me that's done this for years, because they know I'll just run and tell everybody. But yeah, that's a good question, because I'm with you.
Because it was
that
very,
Texas game very much felt like
it was very
game.
Similar to how we played. Like, we came out there in our first drive, and Oregon went right down to score. And if you look at last year's championship, Notre Dame did like a 30-play drive and ended up scoring. Yeah. So it was like, all right, was that like the wake-up call?
From a fan perspective, it seems like a very similar situation where it was like Texas and Ohio State were the best two teams left standing, and it felt like whoever won that game was going to win the national championship, regardless of who they matched up with, whether it would have been Notre Dame or Penn State.
Yeah.
But Ohio State was favored against Texas, though. I don't think your Ohio State team, Tyvis, was favored against Alabama, so that would be something
we weren't favored in any of our games.
Like not even that Oregon game?
Not Wisconsin, not Alabama, or not Oregon.
Oh, really?
Who's the underdog?
I didn't realize you guys weren't. Yeah, did Urban find like one bookie in like Sheboygan who was like, no, I actually got Oregon in this one? I feel like that's crazy. I didn't know you guys weren't favored in that game.
I thought after you guys had, curb stomped Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship. And
that was the one that started it. We were underdogs against Wisconsin, and what?
Well, because they knew you had a third string quarterback, and they didn't have any idea that the 12 gauge game was going to happen there. Where it was like, I mean, every time you looked up, there's another 60-yard bomb. Like it was. I mean, one of the most epic performances we've ever seen from a quarterback at Ohio State. That Wisconsin game from Cardale, and then the Alabama game, where it was just. I mean, I felt like the entire kitchen sink. Evan Spencer throwing one of the best touchdown passes I've ever seen as a Buckeye, right? Like
that's 100% in his career.
If that's the only throw you get, it's pretty great. No, I do feel like though to the difference for me as a fan was beating Oregon was just like cool. I just care about what's after that. I just care that you get a championship in that run that you guys had, right? Where you beat Alabama. The Alabama game was like, we have to silence the SEC. Nick Saban needs to be shown that he is not invincible.
And I feel like they had the same thing with Texas last year.
Sure.
Well, they did it with Tennessee, but
as a fan, I then cared very much about but Notre Dame. Also, I have that level of dislike for Notre Dame.
Did you really feel,
as a Buckeye fan,
going into the game, did you really think like they're gonna lose this game?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right. I get that. I'm saying as a fan though, beating Oregon, it was just like, well, I guess that's who's left, and they'll just mop them up, and then we'll go on and win the championship. With Notre Dame, it was like, oh man, they can't lose to Notre Dame. Like it not that they could lose either of those games, but I felt like once you guys beat Bama, I didn't care. I just they're going to win the national championship, but they beat Bama. That was the biggest thing I wanted. I still wanted Notre Dame to hear this and see this from Ohio State, and they did. They got all they wanted. All right, we come back. I have a crazy stat for you involving losing quarterbacks. There is only one guy in the NFL who's got a winning record when it comes to comebacks in the fourth quarter. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, some good news here. We were closely monitoring a disabled vehicle just south of Bexley on that 70 westbound direction at Livingston Avenue. That has since been cleared, no longer a right lane blocked, but we are noticing still impacts of some congestion, some traffic, especially as more people head out the door here. Looking at 44 miles per hour for your drive times. Again, around this area, especially by 70 and that 33 intersection, typically pretty busy this time around. Add on a disabled vehicle, looks a lot worse. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I mean, we're not breaking any news here, but I'm just looking at the highlights from Patriots camp. I may have to be a Patriots fan this year. I don't think I've ever felt that way before, but I'm watching, got Braves out there coaching. Travion Henderson is looking like just nails on every highlight I see of him because he just, he's getting 2 feet in on the end zone drills. He's doing pass protection. He's causing fights because he's so feisty. Like, Meanwhile, the Browns, unfortunately, picked the running back from Ohio State who's currently not practicing because of a legal issue that no one saw coming, but still, here we are. Never fails. The Browns can't make that decision.
He was like, Quinshawn was like 4 or 5 days maybe away from camp. Like, he had everything going right.
Yeah.
And you wait till then, like, gosh.
Now he's got apparently what you found out, he's got some kind of legal maneuvering they've done where his trial looks like probably will get pushed back to January at the earliest, so that might clear the way for him to sign with the Browns, but great. Meanwhile, TreVeyon Henderson, everybody from the Patriots is gushing about, like, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen. So,
wow, yeah.
Well, and Jug Kids went first. They should have picked the kid that went to Bible study before practice. That's the route the Browns should have went.
You know what? It's funny that you bring up TreVeyon Henderson because it leads me right into my guys at Tri-State Men's Health. Why does TreVeyon have to do with Tri-State Men's Health? Because it was a video that came out that he truly does not suffer from erectile dysfunction. So if you are somebody that suffers from erectile dysfunction, then you need to holler at my guys at Tri-State because they're there when the pills and the herbals fail. TreVeyon, like I said, does not have to worry about this at all. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. TreVeyon Henderson knows all about that. Oh my God. There are 6 locations here in Ohio. 2 of them is in Columbus. 1 is in Hilliard. The other one's in Westerville. If you schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today, your initial visit is $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, TMPSA test, and if medically advised, the test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in your office, your visit is free. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com or direct message TreVeyon Henderson and ask him what he's taking.
No.
Thank you.
I got to say, I'm completely clueless on what you're talking about. I wish I did know. I'll have to do some research.
We shouldn't explain it?
No, I don't think we should. I don't think we should explain anything. I think we should move along. Warren Sharp on Twitter, he has, he's one of these guys that covers all of football, but he's a big stats guy, and he's got a guide he puts out every year that's like the Bible for stat nerds, and it's great. I've read through it. He has a lot of great info in there. One of the things he pointed out on Twitter yesterday, and it's not going to shock you, that Pat Mahomes is good in the fourth quarter. That's kind of been his thing. But I find the stats on this to be pretty amazing. Pat Mahomes is the only quarterback with a winning record if their team is trailing in the fourth quarter over the last 5 years. All right, so of all the quarterbacks who are listed as starters or who have been starters in the last 5 years, only guy with a winning record. And it's a significant one. He's 14-7, which is, all right, that's 2/3 of the time you're winning that battle. That'll get the job done.
I wish they would have told us like what Brady numbers is.
That would be fun to see if he could have gone back and said statistically, like, who are the best of all time. But this is specifically your team is losing going into the fourth quarter. What is your record in those games? He's 14-7 over the last 5 years. Next on the list, second, is Lamar Jackson. Very good player, but the record is nowhere close. I said Pat Mahomes is 14-7. Lamar Jackson, at second best, is 7-10 in those games. So, like, everyone below that is going to have a losing record, right? Jalen Hurts is 8-14. Tua Tagovailoa is 7-19. Matt Stafford is 9-29. Like, it's amazing how obviously Pat Mahomes doesn't have as many, like I just said there, Matt Stafford has, what is that, almost 40 games where he's been in a situation where his team is losing going into the fourth quarter, and go figure they haven't won a ton of those. Pat Mahomes has half that number, like 21 compared to almost 40 games. So by default, if you're not in as many of those games, maybe it's easier to win some of them because maybe you're on a better team. Maybe that team is closer. But still, you go down this list.
I mean, it shows you why Patrick Mahomes is why he's one of, if not, he's the best quarterback in the league. I don't know why it's just one of. He is. Yeah. And I always continue to say, even though his numbers may have taken a step back, it's just, I don't know, it's like something about crunch time and postseason play. Like, he's just a different breed. And it's shocking to me because a guy who I thought would be really good at this, but I guess it's not that shocking because of the rest of the team, is Joe Burrow. I always said if you got Joe Burrow on your team, like it gives you a chance to win a game. And the fact that he is 4-23 with 0.148%, like that, I don't know if that's necessarily because of him.
No, so that's the other
the team.
This is where that's as interesting as this is. I will acknowledge that quarterback wins is a stat that I don't fully believe in.
Yeah,
right?
Because Kenny Pickett was really good at that.
Well, how many? Yeah, that's true. But how many times did we see Joe Burrow in a game like throw his? They were down, I'm sure, going into the fourth quarter. He wills them back into it, or gets them the lead, and then all they need is the defense to just hold and play decent defense, and they give up a back-breaking touchdown, or let a team drive down and kick the game-winning field goal. And you look at Burrow's numbers, and it's like 350, 4 touchdowns, a pick maybe, but not a really bad day, and yet they lose 41-38. It's games like that where you're like, that's not on Joe Burrow, but yet he gets the L in this category. So I do acknowledge this stat is flawed. Now, that all said, Aaron Rodgers is 4-18 in such games over the last 5 years. But the bottom 3, Caleb Williams is 1-11. Again, bad team, right? Maybe he's not any good, but that he's had 1 year and he's already had 12 of these games where his team is trailing in the fourth quarter. That's not good. Deshaun Watson is 1-18 in these games, which that's not surprising, but sadly, bringing up the rear.
That's wild.
A Buckeye that I'm rooting for this year, Justin Fields, is 1-21 in games where his team was behind in the fourth quarter heading into it. They obviously didn't come back and turn it around. Was the one with Justin Fields that one where it was in the rain against, was it the Niners?
That sounds
Soldier
right
Field?
to me.
I know they had a comeback win in that game, but I can't remember if they were losing going into the fourth quarter. But that might have been the only win he had in that situation. But obviously, two of the bottom 3 here are guys who played for the Bears, and the other one in that mix played for the Browns. So that says more about the teams and the franchises, doesn't it? As much as anything else.
Well, Justin better lock in because this is, like I say, this is it. This is it for him, and they say he's struggling right now in camp. So
I'm going to play devil's advocate. There's someone in their car screaming at their radio saying that this whole segment was redundant, and you know why?
Why?
The NFL is scripted, guys.
Okay.
The reason why Patrick Mahomes came back in all these games is because that's what the script says.
Yeah,
Duh.
That's it. That's right.
What are we even talking about? He's good, Tyvis. He's the best quarterback in the league, and this is why. No, he stinks, and the NFL is scripted.
Yeah.
Come on, Tyvis.
I agree with Dylan. It's all a script.
I'm not actually saying that.
That's why you got written off in season 4 or whatever it was.
This is just like Aisha Curry said the NBA is rigged.
NBA's rigged.
It's
NFL scripted.
The NFL is rigged for ratings, money, or both. That's the quote.
Yesterday, Guardians, right? They had a no-hitter going. It was in New York.
They
scripted. Juan Soto. That was all a script. It was like, let's suck people into watching this game, thinking they're going to see a no-hitter, but don't actually give it to them. And then Juan Soto hits a meaningless home run. Not meaningless. It broke up a no-hitter, but meaningless to the course of the game. You got swept by the guards. Good job, Mets. I'm a Mets fan, so I'm mad about that. But good. The Guardians deserve that. They should win all these games because they've been playing a lot better of late. And then what are they now? 6 back of the Tigers? Like it's
6 games, and they got to play the Tigers 6 times before the season ends.
I mean, it's not unheard of.
I ain't saying.
I don't want to get too far ahead of this, but what they are doing is getting themselves well back into playoff contention, and everything's starting to look a lot better for the Guardians. And I had written them off early this summer. I thought they were done. I said they should trade everybody. I'm glad I'm wrong. You're a Guardians fan. You should be glad I'm wrong.
Can you imagine if they would have just lost like 3 out of 10 instead of going on a 10-game losing streak?
No kidding, right?
Gosh, man.
Yeah, that 10-game losing streak, I think, is when we all marked them as like, that's it. It's done. It's over. It may still be, but they have a weak schedule. They have taken advantage of their weak schedule. And then you play a team like the Mets that is pretty decent or should be with their payroll, and you smoke them for 3 games. Didn't get the no-hitter, but still got the 3 wins. And I think as much as you want that no-hitter, that is very important for this Guardians team.
I'll look up the Reds. Where they at?
Oh, they're still, I think they're like 3 back to
2.5 or 3 of the final wild card
and the Mets
spot.
have the final wild card spot. Yeah. So, well,
okay.
Guardians are what? What are the Guardians out of the wild card spot behind your Yankees?
I think it's 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah. Both the Ohio teams chasing a New York team with a massive payroll. So
that's baseball.
That's right. That's how it goes. All right. We'll come back next with the buzzer. I've got an update for you on what is happening with the Crew. They had a game postponed. We'll tell you about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, some good news here. We're not noticing as many people on the roads right now, especially compared to about 30 minutes ago. My main concern still, though, is for folks over by Green Lawn Avenue. We have that 71 northbound approaching the downtown scene, looking still a little bit congested this morning. Want to make sure everyone's taking it nice and easy. Drive times in this area looking about 48 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto-saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy this year. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
In 1977, Pete Rose hit in 44 straight games to tie the all-time NL record. And along the way, he passed Bill Dolan, a 19th century Chicago Cubs shortstop who had hit in 42 straight games. And Pete can thank his fellow Reds of 1894 for stopping Dolan's streak. It happened this August 7th in Chicago. Dolan had hit in 42 straight, then the all-time record. But the Reds shut him out. And Pete can be very glad they did. Heck, for that matter, so can Joe DiMaggio. For Dolan then went on a 28-game hit streak. He could have wound up with 71 straight, but it wasn't to be. The Reds putting a stop to the hit streak this August 7th, 1894. This date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fan's YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to GNC.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
My mic's not on. I thought it was. Eric Reeser joining us.
Gentlemen.
Third of Bishop and Friends. Reeser, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm well. Better now that I'm in here with you. My dear, dear friends.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun discussions today. We were talking about how the Guardians lost a no-hit bid where one of my favorite players,
Soto character.
Juan Soto.
Pretty good at baseball, huh?
Well, he's hitting 250 this year and being paid approximately, I believe, in planets. Like, they're not even paying him in money now. He has the rights to Saturn and Jupiter. Is how much they've given him. But anyway, yeah, he broke it up last night. That was yesterday afternoon. I don't know why he was celebrating it too. Like, you're down 4-1. Like,
I was sad that Williams had his no-hit bid broken, but I was thrilled seeing Soto celebrate that, knowing that, in fact, they were still losing the ball game.
I know.
And getting swept by the Cleveland Guardians. But there he was celebrating the little thing that he did.
He said he was doing his part.
I was so mad at...
Sure. Where was he the rest of the week?
Right. That's a good question. And I also, as a Mets fan, was mad because half the Mets fans, they were like, yay! And it's
they
like,
did do that.
Why? You were getting swept. This guy hasn't done anything for you.
You lose. You got to celebrate something.
Tyvis is right. Something's got to be celebrated because, boy, it's been brutal.
You could just honestly assess your team, which has the highest payroll in Major League Baseball, who is currently hanging on to the last wild card spot, and you could say, that sucks. And it sucks when our star player breaks up. I would rather see the no-hitter. If I was a Mets fan there and I had paid money to watch my team win, at that point where it's like, well, we're losing this game, this guy's got a no-hit bid going to the ninth, I hope he closes it out. I've never seen a no-hitter. I'd rather see that than see my stupid team
Guardians
win.
haven't had one in 44 years. I think it's the longest drought in baseball.
Yeah.
So
I think one of the teams that used to have that before the Johan Santana, was the Mets. I think the Mets hadn't had one for a very long time as well. Then he had one a few years ago. And, well, now it's probably been over a decade. But, yeah, anyway, the point being, I have rooted for a team that hasn't had a no-hitter. And I know the feeling, and I wish Guardians fans could have had that yesterday.
All right, so we're several days into August, Tyvis, and the Guardians are now looking 6 back of the Tigers for the Central.
1.5 from the Wild.
Well, the Wild, they're gonna f around and maybe make a wild card.
Well, the Yankees is completely imploding, and it makes me smile. I know Dylan is sad about it. It makes me smile.
They stink. They're terrible.
It's a fair assessment.
I want them to miss the playoffs so that they fire everybody.
See,
Aaron Boone is probably going to be on
his seat is smoldering, actually.
I wanted him gone for forever, but then last year he bought himself some time by making the World Series. But
help.
Get him out. Get him out.
I love the vitriol Dylan Howe was like, yeah, this idiot made the World Series, so we had to keep him around another day.
How you feel about him is how I felt about Mike Budenholzer when he was with the Bucks. I couldn't stand him. And when he won the championship, I said they still should fire him.
Wow.
Guess what happened? They ended up firing him like 2 years later. I was like, I tried to tell y'all that years ago. He was terrible.
Was he messing with your guy Giannis?
He just was terrible, man. He just was terrible. His in-game adjustments was just awful.
I do love, and to just give you a little bit of what's going on with Bishop and Friends this morning, none of this baseball talk will make its way between 9 and noon. Yeah. But baseball, more than any other sport, can give fans this kind of ebb and flow over a season, because I was where Dylan was a month ago about the Cleveland Guardians. And now I'm looking and I'm saying, if the Tigers keep playing as sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe bleep, as they have been,
you think they could take
Guardians could catch them in the Central.
You think that they going to win the Central?
I think they could F around if the Twins don't want it, if the Tigers don't want it, fine.
I threw it out there already, Reeser. I'm with you.
The more you F around, the more you will find out.
Like August is find out mode, right?
Oh, Reeser, the fact that you dropped that meme in audio
It's
form.
a very
sometimes it may be good. It's one of my favorite memes of all time. I love it. We need to get that audio, Dylan, and bleep it, but we have to have that because that's
Who was the man that did that? He's very Italian.
I don't remember. Okay. I want to say it was, in my head, it was either a soccer player or like an MMA fighter, but I'm not sure if either of those is correct.
It was a football manager.
Okay, that's what it was.
And it's probably the best thing, in my opinion, that soccer's ever done. Or football, excuse me.
I love me some soccer. Are
the Crew advancing in Leagues Cup? Are we still waiting on matches today?
No.
Okay.
They're out. They're done.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I looked this morning and then it was a little confusing, but from what I believe of all the things that happened last night, I don't think they're advancing because they're only taking like the top 4. So I don't believe they're going to be defending their Leagues Cup. But I have some Crew news here coming up at the buzzer. But what do you guys have coming up on the show?
So zero baseball talk, likely little soccer talk as well. Paul Feinbaum will join at 10:30. We'll have our NFL two-a-days continue in the NFC South. Actually, a Buckeye and the current sports director of Channel 10's sister station in Tampa Bay, Evan Klosky, is going to join us at 11:30. I said it after the draft that the Buckeye who put themselves in the best position to succeed at the National Football League, Emeka Egbuka. And so far through camp, he's been awesome for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So there's a lot to like about what Baker's got going with them in the NFC South. We'll do all of that in the 11 o'clock hour. And I don't know if you provided a smelling salt update, but we'll have a smelling salt update for you later in the program.
No spoilers. Tyvis feels better today than he did yesterday about
BYOSS?
Yes, I think that's
the acronym you can use.
Yeah, that's right. All right, there you go. Bishop and Friends, 3 hours coming up top of this hour. Right now, it's time to hit the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
All right, so New York City FC, they play in the home of, the Yankees and the Mets. They play some of their games at the Yankee Stadium. They play some at Citi Field because they don't have a soccer-specific stadium in New York City. They've existed for a while now. They still don't have a stadium. They're building one, but it's not done. Well, the Crew are supposed to play them Saturday in New York City at Citi Field, where the Mets typically play. However, that field has been so torn up by rain and other events going on there that for the good of the field, the grounds crew there said we have to re-sod, re-grass the whole outfield. So because of that, that's where they usually play the game, is out in the outfield. They are now saying, well, we can't have soccer on this because soccer plays more like football in that there's a lot of cutting. You can tear up the grass easily. So no soccer allowed on Citi Field's grass this weekend or for the next month. Only baseball allowed. And I guess Yankee Stadium not available. So they've come back and said the Crew game is going to have to be rescheduled. So they will play that Wednesday, September 17th at Yankee Stadium. But Don Garber, you're stupid. The MLS commissioner should never let this happen. It's a dumb idea. I don't know why they let that happen.
So the Crew just off this weekend?
They're just off, yeah. Good job, Don Garber. Good job, MLS. Why not have this team have their own stadium? I know they're trying to work on it. All right, Bishop and Friends is next. We'll see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. Well, some good news here. We're not noticing as many people on the roads right now, especially compared to about 30 minutes ago. My main concern still, though, is for folks over by Green Lawn Avenue. We have that 71 northbound approaching the downtown scene, looking still a little bit congested this morning. Want to make sure everyone's taking it nice and easy. Drive times in this area looking about 48 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days. Deferred payment. Interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit. Expires 8/31.
Now's the time to save big on your summer projects with hot deals at Menards. You'll find great sale prices on select styles of patio block, siding, shingles, and steel roofing. Plus a great selection of pressure-treated lumber, perfect for your outdoor building projects. Stop in today before summer, and all the hot deals are gone. Plus, sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer and exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot, and not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
It's like when you get a paper cut and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
You ever get decision paralysis, like figuring out what to watch or what to eat? Well, the same applies if you're hiring. It can be overwhelming to have too many candidates to sort through. But with ZipRecruiter, you can proactively find the best ones quickly. How? Through their innovative resume database. ZipRecruiter's resume database uses advanced filtering to quickly hone in on top candidates for your roles. See someone who stands out? You can unlock their contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner.